Good, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I said, what is good? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Give yourselves a round of applause, please. I gotta give y'all a round of applause, because y'all are amazing. Everybody that's here right now, everybody that's coming into the podcast right now, everyone that's tuning in right now live and in person, we appreciate you guys so much, man. And you guys already know it is February the 9th. It is another Saturday morning. It is 11 a.m. And you guys already know what that means, man. You got to start your mornings off right with that MOG and Friends podcast with myself, Leash Capiche, and Demi God Reviews. It's just us this week, no guest. We had guests like the past 2 weeks, man. We had some pretty dope guests, man. Shout out to Rohan and shout out to Ian. We had Ian on last week. Really good show, really good topics. Good conversation. It was good to have Ian on. This week, it's just us. No company this week, man. Just the MOG crew. We got a lot of good topics for you guys this week, man. A lot of good things we're going to be talking about.
Just family things.
Of course. Just the fam this week. Just the family, man. Just us, man. Just us.
And you forgot a guest, man.
Huh?
You forgot a guest. We got Matt Raytel.
Well, I was talking about the podcast, not necessarily the interviews, but yes, that is true. We did have Matt Raytel of Graphic Lab. I was about to say Graphic Lab Games, Graphic Labs. We interviewed him about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago as well. Again, really cool guy, really good game. Make sure you guys check out Hive Jump. But yeah, man, like I said, man, another Saturday morning. I'm so excited to be here. It's a lot of great topics we're going to be talking about this week. But before we talk about anything, I got to let you guys know what MOG is, man. First off, MOG stands for Mind of a Gamer. MOG and Friends, that is us, man. What is MOG? So MOG and Friends is, we just a chill podcast, man, of like-minded individuals. We talk about all things gaming. We talk about controversial topics, and we talk about the community that comes with it. And we always approach all topics with a fair and unbiased perspective. So sit back, relax, grab your cup of joe, and enjoy the morning show. Ooh, I'm rhyming today. I'm feeling good today, guys.
Somebody stop us, man. Somebody stop us, man.
Yo, see, guys, you see how they won't let me be great?
Enough.
Not even 10 minutes into the podcast. And they won't let me be great. Can I just be great? Can I be great? Is that possible? Am I allowed?
I mean, yeah, you can be great, but you trying to rhyme, bro.
Yo, I'm trying to rhyme, man. I'm trying to do my thing.
You trying to do the hippity hop?
I'm trying to do the hip hop, the hip hop.
No, please, somebody.
I bet you's over there.
I'm trying to do it. Nah, Debbie, I ain't trying to do the hip hop. I'm trying to do the hi-ya.
No.
Yo, you know that's about to be on the soundboard. You already know. Yo, big shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Day one's Michi Battle, Platform Live, Jay Barry. Shout out to you guys on the YouTube side. For those that don't know, we are multi-streaming. We multi-stream now. We multi-stream to Twitch, to YouTube, and to Periscope. So if you don't catch us on Twitch, you can always catch us on one of the other two great platforms. I have a quick story for you guys too. So today I woke up and I woke up like 6. Yeah, I woke up like 6 in the morning. And you ever get like a nostalgic feel run down your spine? Like you start thinking about something super nostalgic and it starts giving you chills. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I was thinking about I was just thinking about nostalgic stuff from like my childhood and stuff like that. And one of the things that I was thinking about was, you guys ever seen? I'm sure Demi's seen. I don't know if you've seen it at least. You guys ever seen the Digimon movie, the old one?
Oh.
Digimon the movie. Did you ever see that, Leash?
It's been so long. I don't. If I have, I would have to rewatch it to be like, oh yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, Demi, you've seen
Yeah.
it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I was thinking about that movie, and like that's like one of my favorite like animated movies ever, right? So I ended up watching a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, this is so great. My childhood. I was geeking. I was in this house geeking this morning because I was just like, yo, man, if you haven't seen Digimon the movie, please watch that. You can watch the whole movie on YouTube, like for free. Like you ain't gonna buy it or nothing like that. So I watched about 45 minutes of it. And like one thing about the movie that's so great that used to get me hype as a kid was the music that plays in the show, in the movie. Like it gets you so hyped. Like even as an adult, it got me like mad hype. Like, oh shit, go, come on, go great. Like I'm sorry, man. I just had like a super nerdy nostalgia moment this morning that just kind of just ran down my body. It was crazy. But enough about me. I talk too much.
At least you know.
Anyway, so what we're gonna do, we gotta introduce the guests, because without MOG, without the MOG crew, MOG would not be what it is. Starting with the first.
We introduced the guests?
No, not guests. I said the crew. I said MOG crew.
No, you said guests.
I did. I meant to say crew.
Oh,
no. It's an L already, guys. How many am I going to get before the end of the show? We got to start with the first lady, the very first lady of MOG, man. Miss Leash, please introduce yourself to the people and let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week.
Okay, guys, it's me, Leash Capiche, the first and last lady of MOG and Friends. If you cheat on me, I'll kill you. I'm just playing. I'm not going to do that.
She's not playing, guys, by the way. She holds us hostage, okay?
Yeah, scratch that out of the But anyways, so my week this week has been pretty like low key. I've been working a lot, been just tired, but I did finish Resident Evil 7 this week. I know now to never go to sleep right after you play a Resident Evil game, because my dreams were disturbing as hell. What else? And Dead by Daylight. I had a real light week this week. I didn't really do too much. I've been meaning to play Apex, but I just never got around to it. And I've been meaning to play the Division demo with Demi and Persona. Yeah. I mean, I was going to, but one of them days my one of those days my Wi-Fi went out. So I was like, well, GG. So I had to do stuff like read books and live like I was in the Stone Age. So yeah, that was my week, guys. Very plain. Yes.
Wow, why did you say it like that?
I had jokes ready. Debbie, let me tell you something. I had jokes ready. You feel me, bro? You did. Just cause you know how I am, man. I gotta give Leash Capiche shit. But I said, you know what? Nah.
We've been civil all year, bro. We've been real civil for all year. Let's keep it this way,
Okay. Leash, shout out to Leash though, man. Pretty cool week. That's what's up. Then we got MOG. Yo, do we got MOG gods in the build? Yo, MOG gods. Do we have MOG gods in the buildings? Ladies and gentlemen, please let me know. Do we have MOG gods in the building? Yes, we do. MOG gods, MOG boys out here. My bro. Demi God reviews. Yo, break it down for the people, man. Let us know how you feeling, man. Let everybody know how you feeling. How is your week? And let everybody know the games we've been playing throughout the week as well.
First off, I'd just like to say, howdy.
Oh no.
That might hit though. Ooh, that might hit, boy.
Howdy. How y'all doing? How's everybody living? Y'all good? Okay,
good. I am, man.
Good. So I had like an extravagant gaming week. I've been playing a lot of games this week. First of all, I beat Resident Evil 2 this week. It was a great feeling. That was an astounding game. You only need to do 2 playthroughs. So no need to do Claire A, Leon B. Nothing really changes. There's no like significant change. Claire doesn't fight the Super Tyrant. Leon doesn't fight G Stage 4. So you're okay. You can do Leon A, Claire B, and leave it at that. Honestly, amazing game. When you get the hang of dodging Mr. X, it's actually, you can just flow through that game, really. There is some moments of BS, but when you get through it, you're actually doing really good. and I cannot beat the fourth survivor to save my life, it's like they throw everything at you at like the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna beat that part, but I beat the game. I'm good. There's no real big change. Let's see what else. I went through Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, great game. I beat Transformers Devastation like 2 times already. I'm actually going back and playing the God of War HD collection because I never finished 1 and I never played 2. Not
Really?
bad so far. Yeah.
Hmm.
When I was younger. All right, so I got a quick story for y'all. When I was younger, like around like 10, 11, I don't know what time the first God of Wars came out, but I was pretty young. And we got to the Ares fight, and we beat Ares, but the game would like stop on like the final cutscene with him, and we would never be able to finish it. We did the alcohol trick, we cleaned the PlayStation out, we did everything, and it never worked. So we just said screw it. We never like officially said we beat God of War, but we was like, we're not going to GameStop to get another God of War disc, and we just completely threw that to the side. So I said, you know what, since it's on the Vita, I'm gonna grab it, I'm gonna play it, and so far I'm liking it. It's a really good like port for the Vita, so I'm actually kind of shocked. Really, it's really good. Playing Hong Kong Massacre, I played lots of Overwatch. I got to Grandmaster, and you know what? I'm retiring from competitive play. I have done my duties. I grinded with Ash, the only character that can aim down sights and has like it's probably like the strongest DPS in the game. So I'm retiring from that. And Super Mario Bros. U, a little bit of Smash since they finally buffed Bowser. He's the GOAT. And the Division with Persona. Great beta so far. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
That's a good week. That's a pretty good week, man. That's what's up. Man.
I play games.
Oh, you really do.
You really do.
Yeah, no, that is a great week. I did watch a couple of your Resident Evil 2 streams, which were I watched a couple of your Resident Evil 2 streams, and they were definitely great. Great content. Really good content. Yes, we did play. As for me, yes, we did play Division 2 on Thursday. Really fun, really good commentary, good jokes. A lot of pop-ins. A lot of I caught some video of a lot of the pop-ins that was happening. It was one that happened during a cutscene. That joint scared me because it was like her face looked so messed up, and then it just like the hair and the detail of the face just popped in. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? But it was really fun. We'll definitely play some more this weekend. So yeah, I did play Division 2. I played Apex Legends too, myself, Court, and Michi. Big shout out to them. Shout out to the council. We did play that. I played that earlier in the week as well. And of course, Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is priority right now for me. I haven't beaten it yet. I am going to beat it this weekend, pause. And it's. I'm trying to get all the collectibles with all the worlds, which I'm almost done. I'm on Frozen's world. That's the last world I have to do before I get to Tokyo, San Fran, Tokyo, whatever the name of the last world is. The game is great. I love the game. So far, the game is really great. I am going for the platinum, so I'm going to do a live stream platinum playthrough. But yes, Kingdom Hearts priority. I've been playing that a lot, and that's it. That's all I've been playing this week. It's been a pretty different week because I've kind of been out a lot more, just doing real life stuff. So
hey.
Haven't really, I get home, I'm tired as hell. I go to bed. San Francisco. There we go. Shout out to Allie. Yo, round of applause to Allie in the building, watching us on Twitch. Shout out to Allie. Thank you so much. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into the topics. So this one is not on the outline, but it's something that I seen this morning that I definitely want to get the crew's thoughts and kind of we kind of just talk about it for a quick second. It's not something that we like when it comes to the gaming industry, especially developers. One of the things that really it's really sad. I think this goes for anybody that works. When you're working, everyone is expendable, and this is at any job. Everyone is expendable, but the uncertainty of if you're going to have a job or not when you wake up. I feel like developers feel that a little bit more than us regular folk. Like I don't wake up, going into work thinking, I may lose my job today or I may not have a job today. I don't think that, but I do know that it's possible. Because again, we all are expendable. Regardless of how good of work you do. So Activision Blizzard employees, they brace for massive layoffs. So pretty much the staff at the game publisher Activision are preparing for big layoffs next week, waiting to see who will be one of the potential hundreds, ladies and gentlemen, hundreds of employees who could lose their jobs on Tuesday. There's no official news from the publisher yet, but we first heard word of upcoming layoffs late last year. At the time, Activision Blizzard staff told me they expected the axe to fall in February. Guys, listen. It's one thing to know that you're expendable. It's another to wake up every morning knowing that you are going to lose your job. It's just you're counting the days. I mean, as a developer, it's really hard. I really commend developers because regardless if you ship a game and it's successful, if it doesn't meet the company's expectations, whatever the case may be, these unrealistic expectations, which we'll get into later, things like that can just be daunting on developers. So, to make the long story short, pretty much hundreds of developers at Activision Blizzard are pretty much preparing for the inevitable layoffs that are going to be coming down from the higher ups in terms of their jobs. Starting with you, Leash. What's your thoughts on this, man? Like what's up?
It's sad. In all honesty, it is really sad. I do feel for the people who are waiting day by day to see if they're going to have a job or not. Like that has to be the most nerve-wracking thing ever. As a person who stays on her final write-up, I totally understand. Not to make light of the situation, but I totally understand where they're coming from. But like I say this, I feel like I say it every podcast. But at the end of the day, like these gaming, it's a business and it sucks. And it sucks, but what's the cause for the layoffs? Like what happened? Like what did I miss with the whole Activision thing?
So pretty much at Blizzard in 2018 was a year full of cost cutting under Chief Operation Officer Armin Zerza, whose mandate has to reduce spending and produce more games. Other than expansions and remasters, Blizzard has not released a game since Overwatch May 2016. Employees all across Blizzard have been told to cut their budgets and spend less money. And there's general concern about Activision's creeping influence as the company looks to make more financially driven decisions. I mean, when you hear something like that, when you hear that, cut costs, budgets and stuff like that. Budget meetings at any company is some of the scariest things. I think, especially for a developer, it's some of the scariest things that you can hear or be a part of because, how are you going to create that budget? Something has to give. Where does that give come from? In this situation,
employees.
Yeah,
but it's almost like, are they going to lay off hundreds of employees and overwork the employees that they have now? Because I could see that happening.
I mean, developers already get overworked.
Anyways, because that's what the company, I don't have to put my company's business out here, but a lot of the times, so they'd be like, cut hours, but they still expect us to produce the same level of work like when we have a full staff, like if we have a full staff. So like, yeah, they're laying off a whole bunch of people, but I'm pretty scared. Like, I'm scared for the people who stay, because that means they're gonna get
they're gonna shoulder that work.
slammed. Yeah, they're gonna have to work for like 2 or 3 people. Oh, that sucks. Jesus. But yeah, that's I feel for the people. Like, that has to be really stressful, and I'm pretty sure like their anxiety is on high. So let's just hope like I don't know, what would you like? I'm trying to think, like, what would I do in that situation? Would I start trying to find a new job? Would I just try to hold it out? Would I try to connect with other people and see if another company's hiring? Like, that's
I mean, technically it is just a business though.
It is.
This does happen. You gotta just take it on the chin and
go
hopefully that you get another job.
Taking on the high.
Yeah, my mom.
Wait, hold on. Why did you just softly? Hold on.
He did high.
Why did you just no? The fact that he just like softly, you got a high.
Got a high.
Oh no! Stop it, please.
Right, but you gotta take it on the chin like the champ, like for real though. Like,
yeah.
It's sad to say this happens in the game industry a lot, and the fact that they're getting some massive layoffs. Oof, I wonder just how bad it is over there.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of this, and this is kind of, we're going to talk about this kind of twice, but I'll say now. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that a lot of companies, and I'm not even going to speak about publishers and developers. I'm also speaking just in general of companies. Oftentimes, companies expect you to work. Like, they expect you to put the job before everything. So before your kids, before your family, before everything else, because what they care about is the job. So oftentimes people do get overworked. Oftentimes people are working 2 or 3 jobs, like two or three people's worth of jobs just within their own time, and they're not going home on time and all these different things. I mean, it happens with everywhere. Like, I mean, even with me, like at my job, like, if there's projects and things like that I have to complete, I stay late, I'll come in early or whatever case may be, just to get the job done. But developers, it's like it's forced. like, like you got to stay here and do this. It sucks, but a lot of companies don't necessarily care about everything else. They just care about you getting the job done, and if you don't, then they'll find somebody else.
Yep.
It sucks that we live in a world like that, but I mean, that's how things are, unfortunately.
Yep. And that's the way the business is going to be, especially in the game industry. Sad to hear it.
Oh yeah, especially in the game industry, because they have like these unrealistic, deadlines for games and crunch time, and it's. I wouldn't want to be a game developer in today's age, and I commend those. I commend the people that are and create these great games, and it's not every development team, because there are a lot. Like I feel there are some teams out there like. That really do care and treat their employees good, but I feel like there's more of the negative than there is the positive when it comes to the development process. But yeah,
hard out to the people, man.
Yeah, man. To whoever gets laid off, man. Whenever it does happen, I hope you guys bounce back. I really do hope you guys get to. Find a new job quickly. Because trust me, I know it sucks. Not having a job, that could suck. But yeah, let's move on. Nintendo. And for those that are new here, Nintendo. One thing your boy likes to do, I love to share my screen. That's one of the best things about having this set up, is that you can share your screen.
Make sure your incognito tabs are not showing.
What?
Nothing.
Hey, in this day and age, do you really need to use incognito tabs, bro?
I do.
Oh God, why?
Because I don't need my browser. If I type in a certain letter,
I don't do none of that though. So I don't have anything to worry about.
What you mean?
I don't do any of that, so I have nothing to worry about. But
we forgot we got Christian persona here.
Listen, man, I created the Christian COD server.
That's how I know you lying. Nobody play COD on PC, man.
Listen, man, I created the Christian COD server. You know, I'm a wholesome black man, wholesome, faithful, healthy black man.
If you want to play Christian creative Fortnite, we can. We make maps and levels.
I play
praising
Christian
Jesus.
RPGs. You know, I created this Christian RPG.
So you play Christian RPGs. So what you playing? Chrono Trigger?
I play Chrono Cross, sir.
Hey, that really good. Okay.
Hey, I created this Christian RPG called
Chrono Cross is okay. It was okay.
I created this Christian RPG called I Rebuke Thee. All right, move on.
Smite him.
Smite thee. Smite thee. So Nintendo gets Vivix text and voice chat for Switch games. So pretty much Vivix announced today that it's releasing a software development kit to add text and voice chat to Nintendo Switch games. This will enable third-party developers to use this tech for their multiplayer games, which is helpful because Nintendo's own online infrastructure doesn't include online voice chat. Nothing. Nowhere in this article does it mention if you have to pay for this or not. That's something that was not mentioned in the article. But starting with you, Leash. So pretty much, to my interpretation, this will be integrated directly into the Switch itself. So I don't think you'll have to use your cell phone to talk to people and text chat people, stuff like that. I could be wrong. That's my assumption based off what I've read in this article. What's your thoughts on this?
One, I've always been put off by the fact that the Switch doesn't have a way that you could communicate with other players. It's just weird to me. And then two, like I read this article and I was just like, is it gonna be like, what are you getting? Like you're getting a headset, like what? You just plug your like any headphone into the thing, into the Switch, and then you just start talking. Is it gonna be an app that you download? Like the article said a lot, but it didn't give us the information that we really needed, I felt. Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we're giving you this service, period. It was no details to me, at least unless I missed something, because I read it, like I reread it, and I was like, okay. So I mean, it's cool if it happens. Like I'm all for it, because the reason why I don't really like to play multiplayer on my Switch is because like how am I gonna talk to anybody? It's just us playing
Discord.
I mean, yeah, pretty much in Discord you got to open up your phone and talk to, like that's whack. So that's the only reason why I solo play on my Switch. So yeah, so I mean, if it does come, cool. I would like to see more details, but I think it's pretty dope. It's just, why does it take? How long has the Switch been out? Like 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and we finally get voice chat. Oh yeah, hiya.
That's gonna be her new stuff now, Demi. Hiya.
No, it's not. I'm not stealing hiya.
It's stuck in her head, man.
I ain't hear her say Ka-chow in a very long time. You know hiya about to be her
new. Was she there for the hiya joke?
She was there. She was there. It was. Remember, we were making jokes about Steven Seagal and the hiyas, and we just kept making hiya jokes.
You know what I have?
Yeah, because we kept saying arm breaker and then like hi-yas.
Hiya!
You know what is stuck in my head? When Demi goes, oh my God.
What?
Real talk, I have not heard Debbie say that in a very long time.
Yeah, but it's stuck in my head for the last week. That's all I've been saying is, oh my God.
I feel like when you say that, like, because when I say it, you gotta stick out your bottom lip a little bit, squint your eyes. Oh my god!
Oh my god! You gotta
That's how
like
you
make
gotta
it. You
do
gotta
it.
make it. You gotta make it real raspy. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Oh
So
god!
Hayan, oh my god, it's gonna be least new things.
It's
Be
not.
ready,
I'm
guys.
still,
Watch her
I'm
streams.
sticking
You'll
with
see.
Ka-chow. I'm
You'll
still
see.
sticking with
You'll see.
Ka-chow.
You'll see. Oh my god. Demi, what's your thoughts on this?
So I read the article, and it really didn't cover things. It just covered the game that uses this stuff, like Paladins and Fortnite, and they talked about Monster Boy for some reason, which didn't particularly make any sense toward the article.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of confused. Are we going to be able to use it on the Switch? Or are we going to be able to use it on our phones? Is it going to be a dedicated app that we can open or have going while we play games? Or I don't know the situation here.
Yeah, we need more information.
Yeah, because it's very confusing. And it's congratulations to Monster Boy. It's kind of like they're just doing that whole little sales part just to be like, yeah, it's more on Switch than PlayStation and Xbox. It's cool, but outside of Paladins and Fortnite, can I use it while I'm playing Smash? Because I don't want to have to text my homies like, yo, you trying to play Smash? I started up a lobby. I want to be able to use my Switch for voice chat.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Switch, the way to put the headphones in on the Switch is kind of awkward too.
Man.
Because like the headphone slot is up top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how do I normally play this and not?
Then you got this damn wire drooping over the screen. It's like, listen, man,
Yeah, like I have to put the wire to the side or something. So that's why I'm like, how are we supposed to do this? Because honestly, I think Nintendo, they listened, quote unquote, to people when we were talking about, oh, I don't want to use like my headset on my phone or anything like that. Because listen, I'm not burning up my battery to talk to my friends and having to plug in my charger while plugging in my headphones to talk to my friends while I play a game, or having to turn on another console to talk to my friends while we play like Smash or Mario Kart or something.
Could you imagine being outside with all that shit?
Yo, bro,
You
we playing
deserve
Smash.
to be robbed, man. Like, I'm sorry. like yo, what is
Yo,
going
dude,
on?
you want to play Smash, bro? I got all these wires, bro. I can't do it.
I can't do it, man. You trying to run? You get tripped by the wire. That damn wire,
Bro,
Oh
that just sounds so disorganized, bro. I just can't. I just can't, bro.
Not in 2019.
Not in 2019, man. Like I like wired headphones, but I'm not gonna put wires everywhere for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You get up and twist, and now you stuck in some wires, and you getting beat up in Smash. Thanks, Nintendo.
Walk around looking like Poison Ivy. Yo, man, let's move on, man. You got anything else? Like I said, it's
confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing. Like I've said this before, but a part of me really does wish that Nintendo would have just integrated all of this stuff into the Switch. Like it makes no sense to, advertise, giving the player the ability to play as a home console or as a handheld, but then being forced to be tethered to everything, to your phone and all this other stuff. It's like, come on. And I don't want to hear the excuse, Nintendo, it's their first try at online, blah, blah, blah. They did all. I don't want to hear that, bro. You're not going to tell me the grandfather of gaming needs, no. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Basic, and I'm not talking some super high tech. We're talking basic stuff here, people. Voice chat and ability to send messages and send invites. Basic stuff here. All this is basic. We don't have that. The bare minimum. Could you imagine if PlayStation... Yo, the Vita came out in 2013. Come on, guys. Come on. Go look at the features of the Vita and look at the Switch. You tell me which one is the better buy. Anyway, moving on. Pennsylvania, sit down. We need to talk. PA. Listen, I love Pennsylvania. I go to I used to go to the Poconos a lot. when I was a kid, you know, snowboarding and all that, skiing and all that stuff. I love Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a great place. You know, they got some dope outlets out there. You know, where you could go shopping for like, you know, a bunch of different things, great sales, things like that. You know, my best friend, we go up there once a year. He goes and gets his car. Excuse me, I'm saying too much. Listen, guys, listen. Pennsylvania, sit down in front of the MOG crew. You're about to be judged, okay, by Judge Honorable Persona and the Honorable Leash and the Honorable Demi. Sit down. So what am I talking about? Oh shit, I'm on the wrong thing. So Pennsylvania legislators propose a sin tax on mature video games. Pennsylvania lawmakers have introduced a bill that would add 10% tax on video games rated M for mature and AO for adults only. Yo, when's the last time we got an AO game? Now I'm thinking about it. When's the last time? I can't even think of a game that is released that was AO.
Yeah, nobody.
I can't think of that. Anyway, adults only, specifically those sold at retail, the money collected would go into an account with the goal of improving safety measures at Pennsylvania schools. Sure, Pennsylvania, sure. This tax, which would be added on top of applicable sales tax, is commonly referred to as sin tax. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. So you're telling me that not only am I paying the initial sales tax that we all pay when we buy things, which is what I don't know, is the percentage the same across the country? Because in New York it's 8.75. Is that the same across the country? It might not be, but let's just say
it's not.
It's not.
We'll say 8.75 just for the sake of it, whatever. So not only am I paying that, but you're actually going to add a tax that's actually higher than the initial sales tax, 10%. So a $60 game now turns into what? $72.50 or something like that. What?
Right.
What?
Yeah, and it depends on like certain places charged by like county too. So you'll get it. Yeah.
So you guys might be wondering, panel and people that are watching, what smart guy would introduce such a tax? You guessed it. House Bill number 109 was introduced by Representative Christopher B. Quinn, Republican, who first proposed a similar bill back in October 2018. That bill didn't make it out of committee at the time. Back in September 2018, Quinn stated in a memo that an increase in acts of violence. Demi, we're already going. As soon as you hear that, Demi, you already know what road we're about to take when these politicians and concerned parents like to talk about when it comes to video games. I'll continue reading, though. Increased acts of violence in school was cause for concern and positioned that violent media, including video games, may be the blame for these violent outbursts. He specifically used evidence from a National Center for Health research article that talked about increased aggression linked to violent video games, but conveniently failed to mention the part of the article that drew a clear distinction between aggression and violence, with no evidence linking to the other. Demigod Reviews. The Honorable Demigod Reviews. Please speak to the court and let us know how you feel, sir.
All right, right hand on the book, testifying. Actually, to answer your question, the last adult-only rated game that we had was Hatred.
Really? That was adults only? That was the one where he was going around killing everybody.
That was when he was just murdering people, like execution, women, men, children, all that kind of stuff.
Jesus.
Oh, I remember that game. That was a big issue.
That was a big issue.
I remember that.
The Leisure Suit Larry in 2004, the original San Andreas, and surprisingly in Europe,
San Andreas was adults only.
Yeah, because of hot coffee, it went that way for a while.
I was still able to buy it at the age I was when I bought it, but I went to like the hood store and got it. So yeah, I guess that's why.
And surprisingly, in Europe, Indigo Prophecy was adults only too.
Really?
Yeah.
Indigo Prophecy not adults only, bro.
It's not that deep of a game, to be honest.
It really isn't.
But the fact that we're going down this road and violence, listen, politicians love using that violence word. Anything with minimal violence, they're going to try to tax, which is unfair to people. What is it, a 10% increase?
Yeah.
For violence? That's ridiculous, bro. Let's not do this, because anything with like blatant shooting is probably going to be looked at toward violently. Mm-hmm. So down the line, they're going to be taxing just because it's a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter, and that's not fair at all. You're going to see games like Doom or Mortal Kombat get a sudden increase in price because they want to let off on this tax. And if this tax goes through, the other states are probably going to try to do the same thing and increase on said violent video games. And I'm using air quotes, but y'all can't see me. But it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. And the fact that people are trying to pass a bill like this, Pennsylvania, you are taking a mad L. That is not kosher at all. And God forbid, because if this does go through, because it hasn't went through yet, right?
No, it hasn't.
If this does go through, it's going to cause a chain or ripple effect that they've been trying to do on video games for years.
Mike added, which is later in the article. This does only affect retail and not digital sales, which would push digital sales more. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yes and no to that. Mike.
It's a ripple effect in a certain degree, but that's only if other states will allow this. Mm-hmm. But even then, more than likely, at least they aren't going the Australia route where mature to adult only rated games, which is very rare to see an adult only rating, is getting banned.
Are they banning the games completely?
Yeah, Australia banned games completely. They banned Saints Row, Dying Light, Doom, stuff of that nature.
Didn't they ban Left 4 Dead?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I ain't moving out there. Yo,
you gotta import games when you live in Australia.
Oh, that's a L.
That's because it's they ain't that where all the criminals went back in the day. Europe.
I mean, it's improved now. My God.
I'm just saying, some of that ancestral blood might still run through them. So they like, yeah, let's
chill.
Let's cut this out.
What's wrong with you guys?
Chill, yo. What you are?
Now you about to get Australians on us. They about to have kangaroos come to our doors.
Chill, y'all follow.
Listen, you seen the animals?
Y'all seen that buff kangaroo, man? He knocking on your door.
You seen the animals in Australia?
I tripped that thing, man.
Australia different. Like, it's
Australia a different world, man.
Yeah, man.
They got to put a ban on them animals, man. Damn the game.
Them kangaroos be buff, bro.
Y'all see them fox bats? Yo, like that.
Yeah,
like
you step off the plane in Australia, you getting bit by a spider, bro.
I seen a spider, man. That thing was like the size of my monitor, man. That thing was huge. I'm like, listen.
Yeah, man.
I like spiders, but nah.
You catching a spider bite and a snake bite at the same time when you step off the plane.
Turning to Spider-Man.
Spider snake, bro.
Spider snake. You gonna go.
Oh Lord!
I tried to do a snake and spider noise, but I just couldn't do it.
Spider snake noise.
You get a cat, man. A cat. Everything. I'm sorry. I was trying to make a noise. It ain't work. It ain't flying. I'm sorry, guys.
Another L acquired.
So, Leash, what's your thoughts on the Pennsylvania sin stuff?
It's stupid. When I read it, I was like, a sin tax. Why is it a sin? Like, my thing is like, out of all the names that they could think of, a sin tax? What are we sinning? How are we sinning? We're sinning by playing a game that I'm not even doing I'm not the one out here murking people. I'm just playing a simulator. Like, I don't know. This whole article tickled me. But it is, it tickled. Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all ass nasty.
Oh God.
man, listen.
Oh God, it's the Sabbath. Let me stop. Okay, anyway. But yeah, it's stupid. But like you said, it's this is gonna, if it does pass, it's gonna go down a dark hole of people trying to police things that don't need to be policed. It's been so many like articles and research done that shows that people who play these type of video games are not the people out here shooting up schools and mass murdering people. Like nobody's like, I don't know, it's just weird. I didn't like it. I mean, but once you said the person's name and then you said that the house that they represent, I said, oh, it makes sense. Okay. You know.
I mean,
I'm telling you, if this goes through physically, it's going to cause a ripple effect on those physical sales.
Yep.
I mean, listen, man, I'm going to say it like this. I've been playing violent video games since I was a wee little lad.
Yep.
It never has had an effect on me. Just listen. I'm trying to say this in a nice manner, man, but it's very hard. Politicians need to worry about. They need to worry about the shit that's important right now. Not to get too political. This is not what this podcast is about. But this is just another example of. Politicians putting their worries into things they don't understand instead of trying to fix the issues that do need to be fixed. And we all know what those issues are. I don't need to go down a list of issues because we all know the issues that plague this country. And I can tell you right now, one of them is not violent video games. So like when it comes to stuff like this, I laugh a little bit because I'm just like, you guys are worried about the wrong shit. You guys are focusing on the wrong stuff. And then the thing that aggravates me the most about this, and again, we've talked about this numerous times on the podcast, and Demi knows. I remember, was it last year, Demi, during the podcast? One of the podcasts we did when we was going by our old name, when we was talking about the parents that were, remember the kids that were throwing away their mature rated games. And the parents was like, yes, I'm so happy. Violent. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm looking at the parent like, yo, mommy, that thing says 17 plus. This kid looks 13. You're the problem.
They were throwing away like teen-ready games and mature-ready games and stuff like that.
It was throwing away COD.
They threw away COD. They threw away like WWE 15 and stuff like that.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something about WWE. WWE may be overrated. I mean, overrated. Maybe mature rated. But listen, me and my brothers and my sisters, my cousins, when they used to come over, my friends, folks was getting DDT'd out there, okay? Like, folks was getting choke slammed, okay?
Folks were getting rock bottom, stone cold stomach.
Since I was a kid, bro, we used to practice the moves. We used to, because in my old house, when I was a kid, we used to, remember the L couch, the big L couch?
Yep.
That large one. We used to remove all of the pillows and the seating and all that, put it on the floor, and that would be our ring, and we would make like a little fort type thing, and that would be our ring, and we used to jump off the couch and like fight and do all these moves. Yo, listen, man. Yo, I feel sorry for kids nowadays because you really can't be a kid. You can't enjoy shit, and like even as an adult, like you just can't enjoy things nowadays, and it's so sad, and it's like nothing's enjoyable. When I think back to me as a kid, playing San Andreas, playing the Warriors, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I played the Warriors when I was 14.
All right, man.
Doing coke. One of my favorite lines from the Warriors was, oh my God. I can't remember it. It's going to come to me. I can't remember. But again, you can't enjoy shit nowadays, man. Like, you just really can't enjoy shit, and it's sad. And with things like this, it only hinders the creative process of video games. To any parent that's watching this, you control what your kids do, not the government, not some random person. You are the parent. Stop letting other people come into your home and tell you how to parent. You parent how you want.
Can I add something?
Sure, of course you can, Leash, because you are a parent.
I am.
Please give us your parental perspective. Thank you.
If parents know their kids, parents know that their kids are bad. So if your kid is bad, your kid is bad. There's nothing a video game can do to make your kid bad. I allow my daughter to play any game she possibly could want, because at the end of the day, I know she ain't crazy, and I know I'm her mother, and I know I'll hem her little ass up in the corner.
Hey.
So I'm just saying, like, if you're like, there's nothing that because I'll let her play Left 4 Dead. I let her play Grand Theft Auto, not online because people are weird. But like, I know at the end of the day, my daughter doesn't, like, she doesn't even curse. I think the other day I was like, say ass. And she was like, no, oh my God. I was like, I don't know. It was just weird because I was saying something. I was
trying to get your kid to say ass?
Like,
What's going on?
Say it. I think I was like, something. I said something like an asshole or something like that. And she was like, oh my God, Mom. And I was like, just say it. She was like, no.
That's one for the cursing list.
Let's stop you right there because you divulged it too much to these people.
I don't care.
Let's stop you right there.
My child.
Listen. As a kid, I played violent video games. I played the Scarface game. I played San Andreas. I played Manhunt.
We play all of that, and everybody like we're good. Like we're not out here lighting it up in the street. Like nah.
Even now, like if I play Doom, which is like pretty gory, like the most it does is like hype me up. It gets me excited. It's a fun shooter game, but I'm not like just going outside just eviscerating people, bro. It doesn't move me to do that.
Exactly.
Even as a kid, when I looked at stuff and it was impressionable, I didn't get like the urge to just suddenly kill. Just no, man. All right, it's a game. I knew it was fake.
But again, if even as a parent, you know, and I'm not a parent, I'm not a dad yet, but you know, when I do become a dad, you know, I think
I ain't a dad.
Like, I think like if me as a parent, like the type of parent I would be is I would explain to my child, like I would let my kids see, like, you know, play violent games or whatever, and I would explain to him why you shouldn't do this in real life. If he asks us, oh, why, you know, what's that? What's this? You know, because kids are very inquisitive. When you keep things from children, they end up making those stupid mistakes anyway, or they end up, you know, they'll get it somewhere else or whatever the case may be. I don't want to be that type of parent. I don't want to be that type of parent where I'm withholding information or anything from my kid because it could potentially save his or her life when they're out in the streets. Because again, we don't control what our kids do in the streets. We only as parents, as a parent, we can only control the aftermath, or we can only, you know, be a part of the aftermath of what's happening. But if your kid walks out the house understanding and knowing what's right or wrong, what's this, what's that, whatever the case may be, then I feel they know how to maneuver better, you know, in these streets.
A sneaky child is not a good child to have.
Nah, it really isn't. I want my kid to tell me everything, man. Like, I mean, and this is something that my mom and my grandmother used to tell me when I was young. Yo, no matter how bad it is, tell me the truth, because I'm always gonna be the one that's in your corner. And you know, I'm gonna carry that sentiment in with my kid. Like, yo, look, regardless of how bad the situation is, whatever it is, tell me the truth, because you know, regardless if my kid is in the wrong or not, I'm still gonna be in my kid's corner because that's my child. So you know, you gotta keep it a buck with your kids. But this goes back to what I'm saying. When it comes to parents, it's not my job. It's not the developer's job for you to keep your kid away from things that you feel aren't right for the kid. That's your job. Same thing with R-rated movies. The same thing with anything out here, porn, whatever the case may be. You are in control of that, not the developer, not the government, none of that. It's you. So if your kid is going to be exposed to that stuff, or if you're buying the games and you want to play them, then you need to take better care of how you have those games in your house. It's not up to the developer to teach you how to be a good parent. You got to be the good parent yourself. You had the kid. That's what you got to do. It's not up to the developer. And like things like this really do hinder the developer's creative. I feel like it hinders their creativity because you know, now we got to worry about this and worry about, like, yo, just let the developers create, yo. Just let them create. If you don't want the game, don't buy the game. If you don't like the game or think it's bad, then you can feel and think that way, and that's it. Just keep it moving. Like it's never that serious. It's the same thing with like how like people try to tell you that you're wrong for eating meat. Like, yo, excuse my language, but fuck out of here. Like, yo, just worry about you. Worry about your life, man. Like, like
That's
outta here
another
with
one
that,
for
man.
the cursing text.
sorry guys.
Yeah,
I'm keeping tallies.
I'm just like, get the F out of here, because I don't care how you feel or think. Okay, if I ask for your advice on something, then give it. But
Get the oof out of here. Thank you.
yeah, get the oof out of here. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna do like, get the oof out of here.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, let's move on, man, because we could spend all day on this topic, because there's just so many scenarios and so much different things we can talk about when it comes to this. At the end of the day, to any parent that's watching this, okay, you're in control of your kid's destiny, okay? Not the government, not the developer. It's you. So you do what you see fit with your kid, and that's it. Okay, but don't look at other parents or other people that play video games and say that it's bad for your child. If it's bad for your child, then you got to go the extra mile and extra step to keep these things out of your child's, out of his mind, out of his face, whatever. It's up to you. You're the parent. Put in the work. Stop being lazy. Stop letting the government tell you how to parent, and just be a damn parent.
Amen. On the Sabbath.
That's all I'm saying, man. I'm just saying, man. No book can tell you how to be a parent. Okay?
Yeah,
Just
get the
be a
oof
parent,
out of
man.
here.
Get the oof out of here with that. Let's move the oof on.
Lord.
So this, I know this one is for Michi. Shout out to Michi. So EA Access. Ladies and gentlemen, EA Access might be coming to the PlayStation 4. So Electronic Arts has offered a tease about bringing a subscription service to a new platform, and it could be EA Access for the PS4. During the company's latest earnings call, management said, in the year ahead, we plan to offer a subscription service on another major platform. So this is just speculation, but I definitely want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Lee, start with you. Before you go, it's worth mentioning that Sony did say, I'm looking for the quote because they said this before. We don't think asking fans for additional $5 for EA specific program represents good value for the PlayStation game.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, oof.
Yo, listen, back in 2014, Sony was, because this was supposed to also come to PlayStation when it did go to Xbox, and PlayStation was like, nah, this ain't quality. This ain't what we're looking for. Keep it pushing.
I mean, honestly, they not lying though, because I pay for Origin Access on my laptop, which I actually should cancel because I don't play games on my laptop anymore. So yeah, and then I looked at the EA Access when it was on Xbox, and I was like, well, there's really no reason for me to want to get this, because one, I don't play a lot of sports games, so that's out the window. The Sims, they butchered The Sims. I mean, I still love it. I'll play from time to time, but eh. And then, I don't know. I really don't like. I play EA games, but it's just like eh. So I get why PlayStation did that. I mean, they have since 2014. They have upped their, their quality or whatever, but. But I mean, it going on PlayStation is a nice option to have, especially since they have those exclusives. You get a earlier access than everybody else to EA games or whatever. So it would be a nice little extension for the people who want it. Do I personally see it as valuable? No, it's not really something I need. I'd just rather buy an EA game all out with my money than pay a subscription for it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Demi, break it down. Do you have EA Access, Demi?
No. I've never had EA Access.
Yo, wait, hold a second. Leash, why my man get close to the mic and say that though? He
really
wanted
did.
clarity, man. My man was like, no, I do not have EA Access.
That's what like sports players do when they want to be clear. They get close to the mic.
Yo, they really.
That's definitely what he just.
Listen, I just want to play basketball. I don't know anything about any trades. I don't know why y'all asking me about the Knicks. I just want to play for Golden State.
Oh,
Listen, every day I come up here on the podium, y'all just asking me about trades and the Knicks and stuff of that nature. Y'all don't care about the team chemistry or how we play. Y'all just want to know if I got EA access or if I'm playing my Xbox or not. Listen, I play games. Okay.
Yo, people really get close to the mic where they try to be clear, yo.
Yeah, they really do.
But how do you feel about your team? I'm very happy with my team and my players.
And I'm very happy. LeBron's a great leader. We're just playing basketball out here. Sometimes you drop 40 points and still lose.
Alonzo Ball. No, I will not be traded. I'm going to be staying with the Lakers.
Listen, sometimes you post up in the paint, man.
Oh my God!
You just played a really good game. You played better than me. I just gotta come attack the paint a little bit more harder. And just do what I can.
LeBron, he pulled me to the side and he said, I have to practice a little bit more. And he said he's gonna work with me and teach me how to be a better player. Something that LeVar Ball did not do. I do want to stay with the Lakers.
Yeah, me and Persona, we just try to play games, and sometimes we get caught up in the midst of everything, and we just gotta play more and just get it out the way efficiently.
One thing that I've learned is that when you're playing games, you just gotta have fun, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
It's a great way to stay in shape, and you get caught in the backdraft the game, and more games come out. You just get caught, and I just don't know.
Somebody help me.
But
I should have read the fine print. Somebody please help me. I'm being held hostage.
I don't have EA access, but
Leash did burn my trailer, but I was not in it. Supposedly, is what she said.
I did not.
I did try to get out. Luckily, I jumped out the window. I did get cut by some glass, but I did do something.
I did not burn you in your trailer.
I did not. No, I've never played EA Access, and I've never found it really as a good investment. Personally, if I buy EA games, I'm gonna buy them straight up. And EA Access is just a thing that I always ignored. 10 hours didn't really seem like a great process to me, so just never dabbled in it, and I won't dabble in it for PS4. Any more questions? Thank you.
Yeah, you stupid. Yeah, I mean, if this does come to PS4, I personally just won't. I won't. I have a very love-hate relationship for these services, just because we talked about this before. I want to support the developer, honestly. It sounds weird because people say, oh, if I'm getting the game for $10, that's a steal. That's a steal. And I think of it like this. And this is a quick story, just to kind of make a good correlation. When I was really young, I want to say like 14, 15 years old, I was a litter bug. I didn't really have any, I would throw things in the garbage in my house, but when I was outside, I didn't care. I was like, whatever. And then when I got my first job working at the movie theaters, when I was 17, in the movie theaters, you have to clean up behind everybody. You have to clean the movie theaters, things like that. And you would think that a movie theaters isn't that messy. It's probably working at a movie theater really does teach you how disgusting people really are. It was times I had to clean throw up. I had to clean piss. One time I had to clean up some shit. It really taught me to really respect the environment, just respect people. I have a tremendous respect for janitors and things like that. I appreciate what they do. I really do. I really do appreciate what, those people do, because essentially doing it, I was like, nah, never. And it also taught me to, throw shit out in the garbage. Stop, don't just throw paper on the floor and, because someone has to clean that up. And it's funny, my mom and my grandmother used to tell me that all the time. I just whatever. But once you experience it, you kind of just okay, let me do this the right way. So when I look at these type of services, and I'm thinking about the developer, I'm like, I want to support the developer, especially if it's a game that I like. I really want to support the developer because, again, we just was talking about developers getting laid off and at the beginning of the show. You feel me? I feel like these services really are undercutting the developers a lot, and with EA Access, it ain't a whole lot that I really buy from EA. Like, I really don't buy a lot to warrant me. I don't care if it is just $5 a month. I don't play enough of EA stuff because I don't play sports games anymore, especially since they got rid of EA Big. I don't play none of that. So, you know, a lot of the games that I would play is like the Star Wars, the Battlefields, you know, Anthem, you know, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, stuff like that. But I have those games, and if those games are something that I want, I will go out and buy them just to support the developer. So these services don't really, especially EA Access, I don't see the value in that to me, and what I'm into. So that's kind of just how I feel about it. Now, if it does come to PlayStation, cool, whatever, you know, for anybody that wants to play those things and be a part of that stuff. But me personally, that's not something that I personally support, and that's not something that I'll really, you know, I won't be using it. So, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
There's always something out here for everybody. So if you do use EA Access, that's all you.
Oh yeah. You know, more power, you know, to the people that use it. You know, if that's what you want to use, again, you know, more power to you. Just for me and my views, I don't really view these, not any of these services. I really don't view them as something that I can really support. I don't really care too much about them too much. So yeah, let's move on. So this past week, we had some craziness happen because Apex Legends dropped out of the blue. Was it this week? No, it was this week, right, Demi? Yeah, it was this week. It was Tuesday.
Yep.
It was Tuesday, right? Yeah. Out of the blue, Apex Legends drops. Free-to-play battle royale game. I know, guys, another battle royale game made by Respawn. Dropped out of the blue. I was surprised. That really threw me for a loop. But a lot of people, including myself, was kind of mad because we was expecting Titanfall 3. Especially me personally. Titanfall 2 was such an amazing game. The story was so great. That is a game that I feel like, in terms of first-person shooters, that is probably one of the best first-person shooter stories I've played. And anybody that hasn't played Titanfall 2, play that game because it really is a great game, really good game. Anyway, so pretty much, you know, a lot of people were angry at the fact that Titanfall 3 wasn't going to be made, and a lot of people were using the fact that Titanfall 2 wasn't supported for the reason why they went down this route with Apex Legends and pretty much made Apex Legends instead of making Titanfall 3. And so people were holding out hope that, you know, Titanfall 3 could still potentially come in the future. But the developers over at Respawn quickly was like, nah, no, guys, nah, There is no Titanfall 3 in development. That is not something that we are working on. Stop this immediately. Cease and desist, ladies and gentlemen, is what they said. So, pretty much, they said that. I'm trying to look for the part where they said it. Okay, where is it? Yeah, right here. Okay, so pretty much they're saying that their desire, they were going to make Titanfall 3, but they scrapped it and did this. They did Apex Legends instead. And essentially they were doing a free-to-play game with essential loot boxes, and we were brought by EA, and it's not Titanfall 3. It's the perfect recipe for a marketing plan to go Riri. So that's why they didn't really announce or, you know, bring up anything with Apex Legends. But apparently Apex Legends was in development for quite a long time. Right after Titanfall 2 is when they started Apex Legends. So that kind of lets you know, like, where their thought process was. Like, I don't think they thought about making Titanfall 3, but they just didn't. So give me your thoughts, Leash.
I actually enjoy the fact that they pulled a Beyonce and just dropped this game out of thin air. Yeah, you remember when Beyonce dropped Beyonce, and then she, like, everybody loved it because it's Beyonce? That's basically what, y'all Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't remember it. I'm be honest.
Yeah, he dropped it in 2013. I know what you're talking about.
That album with Drunken Love on it. She just dropped it out of nowhere.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that they basically, pulled a Beyonce and dropped it. And then actually, from what I'm seeing, everybody loves the game. I've been wanting to play it. And it's free. Like, how can you beat that? And I do like the fact that they said that they're letting it. Oh, we didn't get that article yet. But anyway, but yeah, I feel like this is a cool move. Like, especially from what I'm seeing, I've never played Titanfall 2, so I don't know, Is it still relevant? Like, is it still a good game? Like, if I buy it?
Yeah, I have it, so we can play
Titanfall 2 is
the servers are actually kind of. You can find a match online.
You can find a match, but it's gonna take a minute.
So it's still not.
I would still say play the story though. The story is
the story is amazing.
Really amazing. Yeah.
The story is good.
You can stream that too.
The story. Yo, that's like one of my favorite stories from a shooter this generation.
Yeah. It's really that good. Like, to the point where you may cry. Cause like, when you get close to BT, listen, the relationship that you build with BT as you're going through the story is.
Oh my God. It was moments where I was getting mad. I'm like, bruh.
It really is amazing.
Yeah, like the boss fights was epic too. Oh my goodness, bro!
Especially the last two boss fights, and then one of the boss fights that you have is not the spoil. It's a spoiler. I ain't gonna say nothing. Just it's like what, $5-10 in the store.
It's just about like it's $5.
Super cheap.
Just go ahead and get that.
Yeah, play that and stream that. It's really fun.
I'll give it a try. So, but yeah, like, if they knew that they wasn't gonna put in the same resources, because what I'm seeing is like a lot of people said that they dropped the ball with Titanfall 2, not as far as like the gameplay and the story, but as far as like the backing. So why would they go and make a Titanfall 3, knowing goodness well what they did to Titanfall 2? I don't think maybe their head was in it to do it, so maybe they want to switch it up and try something new. And their product, the finished product, isn't bad at all from the gameplay that I've seen and from like watching like little clips on YouTube. Like, it looks legit. So I actually got to download it today. I said I was gonna play, but yeah. So I mean, I like how developers. I like when, or not how developers, because not everyone does it, but I like when a developer kind of realizes kind of where, I'm guessing, like where they went wrong, or like make good moves, like for once. Like,
okay, so I found it. Go ahead and finish your thought. But what you're about to speak to, I found like the exact reasoning like behind it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like when developers actually make good, solid moves and does something that's out the box, and it actually hits the way it's supposed to. Because can I reference the other article? Because both of those articles kind of tie into each other.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so basically they were saying like when they dropped the game, they were letting the game speak. Letting the game speak for itself, and they were like, if they were to announce it too early or whatever, people are just gonna meet it with like they were gonna be real skeptical about it because of how they handled Titanfall 2. So it was like, to just alleviate all of that, alleviate all the backlash that they was going to get from Apex Legends, they just dropped the game. They made it free. They gave people a medium to like at least try it out. It's a free game, and like people love it. So I honestly think like that was an amazing, perfectly planned move. Honestly, I wish Anthem could do that, but since BioWare screwed up Mass Effect the Andromeda so bad, they didn't have like there was no way that they could do that without people questioning them. But
see, that's the thing though with Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 didn't sell well. Titanfall 2, it's okay.
But
it's so
from what I'm
good.
seeing from the what people are saying, the reason why it didn't sell well is because they really didn't push it to sell well.
Well, also they released it at the same time as Battlefield 1, season. Which is it was between Battlefield 1 and COD World War 2 at the time, and it's like no, baby.
They sent that game to die.
Yeah, they released it at a terrible time. So EA is a part of the reason why Titanfall 2 didn't sell as good as it should have, because it really is a great game. Like it is. It's good. But this is what happened.
Yeah.
It released at a bad time, but part of that I feel went into the the thought process of how they should approach their next project. Because McCoy, he answered, also confirming what many already suspected: Titanfall 2 isn't in development, and Apex Legends is its current Titanfall focus. Back in fall 2017, Respawn source told Kotaku Titanfall 2 was well into development and were released by the end of 2018. The reason for the hurry was that the modified version of Valve's source engine used by the previous Titanfall games, and reportedly also Apex Legends, was starting to feel dated. And Titanfall 3 might not feel or look as good if it came out too much later, which clearly it did not. This fits with what McCoy explained to me, that progress towards Apex Legends began after Titanfall 2, when a developer experimented with Battle Royale, decided this wasn't going to be a mode, and chose to make Apex Legends a game of its own. It certainly feels like Apex Legends could have been a Battle Royale mode for Titanfall 3. Also, Respawn is committed to building Apex Legends as a proper live service. It could be some time before we see a true sequel to Titanfall 2, if indeed one is still on the cards.
But I also read that the other articles that really intrigued me more than this one, as you can see. But I also read that they might be adding DLC to Titanfall 2.
I know you're talking about the experiences, which kind of ties into this, so we can kind of show that as well. You talking about the EA confirms new Titanfall experiences and all that stuff? That's the one you're talking about. Yeah. This one, yes, yeah. So I mean, see, experiences and new games are two different things. True. An experience can be new maps, new modes to Titanfall 2, which no one really is playing anyway, or it can be them adding, like a side, some type of nothing that's going to be substantial to what people want. I feel when it comes to Titanfall, like Titanfall 3, I think a lot of people are looking at this as, I want Titanfall 3, and myself included, with the story and everything like that. But the fact that, again, McCoy is he's being very transparent, but I feel he's not being as transparent as to why the decision was being made. Yes, I feel like with Battle Royale, everyone's going to jump on that bandwagon. I mean, even Battlefield is doing it with the Battle Royale. It's supposed to be coming out next month. But I feel like Titanfall 3, it might have been a thought, but I think people were looking at Titanfall 2, and they said, well, Titanfall 2 didn't do this, so this is why, let's focus on something that could be more popular and reach a wider audience, so we get Apex Legends. You're looking at the success. I think at that time, PUBG was like the king before Fortnite dethroned it. And then when you're looking at Fortnite and what Fortnite's doing, I can see how a development team would want to switch gears to something that could potentially be, get more money, but also be have a little bit more staying power. Because, again, Titanfall 2, a lot of people didn't play the multiplayer with that game at all. A lot of people people played the story, but a lot of people didn't play the multiplayer. That multiplayer definitely did die off.
And a lot of people who did play the multiplayer also didn't like it, because they felt like it either was too big or like some of the Titans were overpowered.
Now, so when EA says, confirms new Titanfall experiences, I don't look at this as a new game. I don't look at this as a tease of a new game, because you would just say new game. Experiences and new game or new product or whatever case may be. I don't look at experience and think an entirely new game, personally. Now, could it potentially happen in the future? Sure. But I feel, because I know McCoy, I think it was McCoy or someone from Respawn on Twitter had said that because there's no Titans in this Apex Legends. It's only like humans. There's no Titans. So a lot of people are even disappointed by that, because they're like, oh, how is this set in Titanfall's world? There's no Titans and things like that. But the developers did say that we would, it's not completely off the table to add Titans to Apex Legends.
All right.
I don't know, but go ahead. Keep quoting the article. You're doing good.
Oh, I am? Yeah. I'm doing good. Whoa, you gave me a compliment? Oh, my God. What's today's date? February 9th.
I'm only going to take it away since you brought it up.
I know. It's February 9th, 2019 at 12:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, there we go.
Compliments all the time, though.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, anyway.
Oh. Shot me down yesterday, but whatever. Anyway, move on.
Yeah. Anyway, But yeah, like I don't know, like I'm really interested in seeing like where all of this goes. But yeah, maybe, and I'm also thinking like maybe this is a revamp because they know they messed up so bad. Apex is probably they make up. It's like a makeup ka-chow for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it just I don't know. Demi hasn't said anything. Demi,
I haven't.
Give us your
You
thoughts, Demi.
haven't.
Break it down.
Yeah.
I mean, Leash was going in. That's why I was like,
I
let
was.
Leash go in. She was doing her thing. So
Because I was trying to dissect it all. I've never played Titanfall, so I was just trying to, understand what was going on. But go ahead, Demi.
As someone who's played Titanfall and both of them, as someone who's played both Titanfalls and really enjoyed the series for what it was, to see them moving in a direction such as Apex was not the direction I thought they were going to move in. However, it's a good call because it's being well received by the community. It is the last time that they're going to be using the Source engine, which thank God that they're finally like ditching this engine. And also mainly because Apex does kind of tie in with Titanfall because they're on a distant island while things are going on in Titanfall. So there's the connection with that. So if EA's talking about new Titanfall experiences, quote unquote, then we're probably going to get like a small side game or something before they do Titanfall 3. Because I think they probably want Respawn to use like the what's the engine called? Frostbite?
maybe no, that Frostbite is Ubisoft. Dice.
Nah.
What's Dice engine?
No,
is it the Frostbite engine?
It's the Frostbite engine. You're thinking of Snowdrop.
Oh, Snowdrop. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, my fault. Yeah.
So they probably want Respawn to use the Frostbite engine because everybody's using that said engine. Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Anthem, every title is using that engine. So they probably want Respawn to use that engine with Titanfall 3 because that would be much more of a delivered engine for them to use, or much more of an expansive engine for them to use, especially in Titanfall with all the destructibility that they want to use. I think that would be like a great necessary step for them. So I congratulate them on Apex Legends. However, I want to see more Titanfall. And I know that they're working on Titanfall. And I know like they said it's going to be more down the line. So with that being said, Apex Legends is looking like it has some real good traction in Steam right now. And I put out a tweet, and I'm still sticking by my guns here. I believe Apex Legends is the next big BR game.
You don't say.
I believe that it's going to take down Fortnite. Now, people are like, whoa, wait a minute. But
hold on now, fella.
Yeah. If Apex Legends gets just custom games mode, listen, it's already going to be ready. It's going to be ready. Fortnite has creative, and they have the playground sometimes in these pop-up tournaments. But if Apex gets custom games, it's going to hit the ground running for UMGs, MLG, all esports like capability is already in the window. That's all they really need. So I do believe Apex is next. And if it does, or if it coexists with Fortnite, oh man. Because we've seen like BR games come out and everybody's like, yeah, this is going to be the Fortnite killer. Blackout was supposed to be the Fortnite killer, and we see how that went. So
just to kind of give context to what you're saying, Demi. So I'm on Twitch right now. And as you guys can see, Apex Legends is at 290K. Granted, it is still the first week. It's fresh, whatever the case may be. So, you guys already know when it comes to fresh games, they're always going to be at the top of the charts. It'll be interesting to see where Apex Legends lands a month from now. But, Fortnite's at 126K views. Apex Legends at 290K. And Ninja has been on this game every day this week. He's been playing.
And he's already an Apex Legends partner.
Of course he is.
Ninja's. I mean, his numbers aren't as high as when he plays Fortnite, because he would be at like 100 and something K right now. He's at 53K viewers, but that's still a lot, and he's leading the pack of
who's currently the highest streamer?
Him, Ninja, 53.
Ninja's the current highest streamer for Apex.
Yeah.
Yep.
53,000. Wow. And then the next one is T Martin at 29K. Which again, that's big. Now when
That's big numbers.
When we go to Fortnite, Trimax is 14K, and then Mongrel is 10K, and then Symphony is 9.5K in terms of the Fortnite numbers. So I mean, it'll be interesting. I think, and as much as I'd hate to say this, but I feel like with Ninja, because his base is so huge, I feel like his audience is going to follow him wherever he goes. So if he sticks to Apex Legends, I feel like a lot of that fan base will migrate from Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking like his fan base that play Fortnite as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'll migrate from Fortnite and switch over to Apex Legends, because Apex Legends is a unique game because it actually mixes two popular styles
hero
of games.
Shooters, and it mixes
battle royale and hero shooters, because you also get abilities in the world. Like you can use like different abilities, and it's a 3-person team. And you have an ultimate, and it's a 3-person team. So it's you and 2 other friends. So it makes for a more fun co-op experience. It's got that hero shooter aspect to it, and it still maintains the battle royale aspect that's so popular right now with Fortnite and PUBG and many other games. So I can see Apex. I have to agree with Demi. I can see Apex being what dethrones Fortnite. Not saying Fortnite still won't have its fan base and it still won't be a popular game. It most certainly will, but Apex Legends definitely, it's coming for that ass.
Traction of everything. It's what most of these esports guys want. Most of these Twitch streamers want. It's a fast paced VR that Respawn listens to their people. They've been listening to their people since since they did Call of Duty 4. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna listen to the audience. They're gonna do what people want, and not just unnecessary buffs and patches and stuff that nature does. Because I've been reading, I'm into the Fortnite culture. I don't play the game, but I keep up on the scenes. People have been doing Fortnite's been running things. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, if Apex gains the traction of a lot of these streamers and people keep playing it, it's going to be a crazy thing to see if Fortnite gets dethroned. And that's not necessarily saying that they can't coexist, because I know when I said this on Twitter, some people were upset behind it. Oh my God, why do people want Fortnite to die? We don't want Fortnite to die. It's just the king of the culture. What's next? Everything is going to be next.
Yo, and I said this last year, didn't I, Demi? I said, Fortnite got another year or two. Fortnite got another year or two, and look, because it's always going to be somebody better. Yeah. Now, in terms of the battle royale genre, as much as I hate to admit this, I don't think the genre itself will die.
Oh, look who changed their views there. Hello. All right, who are you? Are you Persona?
My name is Gaming with Persona. I'm here because I want to admit that Battle Royale will not be a dead genre. What I said in the past about Battle Royale being a trash genre, I was incorrect. And yes, it will not die out as quickly as I have first predicted. So I want to go on the record and say that I was wrong. But I do want to still stick by my guns and say Battle Royale is trash. So yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like, Battle Royale, the genre, I think is here to stay. I think this is a new genre being added to gaming. Okay, now the games that will come and go, but I feel Battle Royale, the genre, is its own genre. It's its own genre now. I mean, as we can clearly see with all these free-to-play battle royale games that are coming out. But when it comes to Fortnite, I feel its days are numbered. It'll be interesting to see how the next 2 to 3 months play out, because
Fortnite has something going against it now.
Yeah, it has something that's
Has competition.
Yeah, and competition is always good.
Yeah.
For us as consumers, competition is great. It's great. And honestly, I played Apex Legends. It's decent. I mean, it's not my style of multiplayer games that I personally enjoy. I like a little bit more structure. But it's pretty decent. I did like it. I will admit that I did like it. And I don't like Battle Royale games. Like, I can't play that stuff like all day like how some people do. But it's decent. The thing about Fortnite, though, when you really think about it, that really can give it that continued staying power, it's that it's Minecraft and Battle Royale, and Minecraft is still extremely huge. So it's like the hero shooter and the Battle Royale, like Apex Legends and Fortnite are really going to be bumping heads a lot these next couple of months. And it's going to be interesting to see how both sides keep consumers coming back. Because we know Fortnite did the stuff with the NFL. And will Apex do something with the NBA? Like, you know, it'd be just interesting to see how these deals and how everything plays out. We'll see. The next 2 or 3 months.
We'll see. Yeah. And for people that like get easily offended or something, oh my God, you want Fortnite to die? No, bro. It's always going to be a top dog regardless. We've seen it with PUBG. You've seen it with Fortnite. It's Apex turn now. That's it. Yeah. That's really it. You can't get upset behind it. If someone taking over a genre upsets you and seeing people like tweet their opinions about what's next is gonna offend you, get over it.
Yeah.
Yo, why am I being called the clone in the chat?
Yo, I'm over here.
Clone. Yo,
I'm over here Twitch active. Let's get active.
Oh, Jesus. Yo, let's move on, man. Yeah, but we pretty much addressed both articles. I mean, with EA and its experiences, only thing I have to say about EA and listen, I don't need another Need for Speed. Y'all have killed that franchise so bad. Like, when I think back to Need for Speed back in the day, man, Need for Speed Underground 2, Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed, what's the other one, Demi? What's the other one? Hot Pursuit 2, Underground
Blackout
2, Pro Street.
Oh, Need for Speed Black Edition, yeah.
Pro Street, wasn't it Pro Street?
I didn't even play Pro Street, bro.
Pro Street was decent. I liked Pro Street. It was like, but Carbon, the quality ones. Carbon, Need for Speed Underground 2, Hot Pursuit 2. Can we say those are the quality ones, Demi? Leash?
Yeah.
Can we agree?
I don't play. What are you talking about?
Need for Speed. You never played Need for Speed?
No.
Leash, sit down. Sit down in front of the court. Hold up. No,
I don't play racing games.
You not even back in the day? You didn't play no racing games?
The last racing game I remember playing is Gran Turismo.
Oof. Yuck.
Which one? Wait, no. Which one?
The one on Dreamcast.
Wait. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
No! Holy stuff!
What?
No.
Denied.
Wait.
No.
I don't remember.
No.
Please
It was
listen
either-
to yourself.
Leash.
What? I forgot, but I know.
Stop talking right this second. Hold on.
Leash, we need you to take a second.
What?
I need you to breathe and take
I
a
need
second.
you. I need you
We
to
are
repeat
live
that
right now.
sentiment.
Wait, which one?
They're about to
We
get
are
you in the
live.
chat.
I know
We are
they're about
live
to get
right
me.
now.
I don't remember. It
And
was old.
me and Debbie can only protect you, but so much.
Listen,
Right.
I drink.
Take a second.
Yes.
Listen, I
Listen,
drink a lot of
we
tequila.
body brolic boys. We can only do so much.
Listen. I drink a lot of tequila, and in college, I did a lot of weird stuff. So I don't remember a lot of stuff.
Leash.
Now I
You
do
said-
remember.
You said Gran Turismo.
You said Turismo on Dreamcast? Leash?
I don't remember.
Leash,
Listen,
Leash Capiche.
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know
Leash
everything. Okay,
Capiche.
listen.
You said
listen,
Gran
Leash
Turismo.
underscore Capiche question mark.
listen.
On Dreamcast.
Listen. Oh my god. Listen. I don't remember. I remember the last. Okay, let me think. Because I didn't. I was exaggerating with Gran Turismo.
First off, Gran Turismo is a PlayStation exclusive.
Exclusive.
Only been on PlayStation platforms.
I would have believed you if you said like, "Yo, I play Gran Turismo." I would legitimately.
Yo, we can only protect you for so long.
I don't care. Like, I don't care about these e-boys. What they gonna do? Oh my god.
These e-boys? Oh god.
E-boys? Yo, that better not be floating around Twitter. E-boys. Oh
I don't care about the e-boys.
Listen. There's only so much that me and Persona can do for you.
Yeah, I don't care. Oh, they get hit with a swift block. Oh, okay. Block. I don't care.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, guys.
Yeah, I would have believed if you said, "Yeah, I play Gran Turismo on like PSP or something." I'll be
Whoa.
Oh god.
But no, I'm trying to think. The last racing game I played.
You played NASCAR. 2005.
Yo, I hope you did not play that. No, wait, Loki. Wait, Loki. NASCAR for the PS2 was kind of dope. Let's keep it up.
Hey, bro, NASCAR was trash.
Okay, I remember. So what's the game? It's a racing game, but like after a certain point, the cops chase you.
Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, something like that. I think that was the last racing game I played.
Or it could have been Midnight Club.
I don't think it was Midnight Club.
No. Midnight Club didn't chase. The cops didn't chase.
No, cops didn't chase you. It was Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, I think that was the last.
That was the only one I can remember. Hot Pursuit. Yeah, Hot Pursuit was PS1.
But I didn't play it for that long. Like I think I played it like for a day.
You didn't play. Hold on. Wait.
You ain't played.
You got brothers, right? You got brothers and
I got my brother. Yeah.
How the hell did you grow up in a black household with a brother and you didn't play Midnight Club? Wait a second. You didn't play Midnight Club? Did your brother play Midnight Club?
Nah, he's not really in the racing games either.
Oh God, I need to talk.
He's more like
to the podcast, man. I got to talk to you.
Actually, if you want him to be on the podcast, he'll be on. I can get him to.
Sure, that'd be cool to have your brother come on. That'd be dope.
Sure, I'll talk to him. You know?
Cool.
But yeah, he's more into like sports and shooters, and he likes RPGs.
So did you play Def Jam? Hold on. Did you play Def Jam Fight for New York? Did you play any of the Def Jam games?
I didn't. My brother did.
Oh.
Wait, you never played? Wait a second. How did you grow up?
You never played Def Jam?
I wasn't interested in that. I wasn't interested. I was more like I was an RPG nerd, guys. I'm sorry.
Certain games, listen.
I didn't really listen.
Listen. One day, I'm gonna bring the PS2, and we gonna sit down. We all gonna play some old school games, okay? Because Def Jam is one of those games.
I don't think I played. I think my brother did, but I don't remember. If you never
experienced a blazing in your life, you gotta experience it.
I watched somebody play. I think what's her name? Story Mode Bay. I watched her play, and when she was fighting, what's his name? Sean Paul.
Oh God.
Yo, Sean Paul used to get it in, bro.
That was funny.
Def Jam. Vendetta. Excuse me. Vendetta was Def Jam Fight for New York, and Vendetta were good. Icons was trash.
Icons was horrible. They tried to do like that 3D landscape. That game sucked. And somebody let me borrow it, bro, and I'm like, this game is poop.
Yeah, but Def Jam is one of those games where that's quality. That's quality. That's quality right there. Demi and Persona out here perplexed by Alicia's childhood. Oh no, it's just listen. We
always bust chops.
Yeah, we always joking. Like, listen, we ain't these nerdy dudes on Twitter that's questioning girls on every. No. This ain't.
So what day did you watch this anime, and when was it raining? Huh?
What age were you, or what was cooking in the kitchen when you were playing this game? What is
the game that I'm thinking about on the Dreamcast, the racing game?
I don't know, but
there were racing game on Dreamcast.
Let me see, because I
know there was one.
I got Google right here.
I remember
Google that because I don't remember any racing. I can't remember any racing games on Dreamcast.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with racing games, so if I said the wrong thing, my bad. Please don't hit me up on Twitter, because guess what? You're gonna get chumped off and with the swift block. Okay, chumped off and then blocked.
So here's some racing games on Dreamcast: Metropolis Street Racer, Le Mans 24 Hours, Tokyo Extreme Racer.
That one was a good game. That Tokyo Extreme Racer was good.
F355 Challenge, Sega GT, Hydro Thunder, Sega Rally 2, Speed Devils, Tokyo Extreme Racer, Revolt, San Francisco Rush 2049, Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi was fire.
Yeah, it was. Star
was it
Wars
really a
Episode
racer?
1.
Ridge, yeah, what wasn't Ridge Racer on Dreamcast?
I'm looking through. You got Daytona,
Trash.
Redline,
Trash.
Crazy Taxi 2, Looney Tunes Space Race,
Trash.
Spirit of Speed, Test Drive 6,
Test Drive
Killer
was
Loop, Ducati World Racing, Roadsters. It's a lot of racing games, but
I don't remember. I don't remember the name. I would have to watch. Like, I'm gonna go through and see.
Actually, I know.
I think Ridge Racer was only on PlayStation as well.
I know. Alicia's
Ridge
playing.
Racer was only on PlayStation.
She's playing.
Ridge Racer was.
She was playing 18-wheeler America Traced.
Yo, wait, y'all remember that game? Yo, y'all remember that game, Big Mother Truckers?
No,
that game was awful, bro.
Fire. Yo, that joke was fire, bro. Chill. Oh man, don't be in Leash DMs. Don't be, you didn't know this game. Just relax, guys. It's just jokes.
Because you will get chumped off. I will screenshot it. I'll post it to my Twitter, and then I'll block you.
Only me and Demi could bust our chops. Nobody else.
Right.
I expect it. So yeah. So EA, don't do no. Listen, let Need for Speed just rest, please, because you guys have messed up twice. No, 3 times this generation alone. Last gen, the last good Need for Speed game we got last gen was Carbon. Okay, and that was at the beginning of the generation.
That was 2006, wasn't it?
No, it was 2000. Was it 6?
Yeah, because it came out for 360 and PlayStation.
Oh yeah, it was. I played it on PS3.
Yeah, it was 2006.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn, the last good one was 2006.
Yeah. Yo, there hasn't been a good Need for Speed game in a very
Rivals
long time.
was trash. That other one was trash. The one I was playing was trash.
The new Need for Speed, like all that stuff is trash, man.
Bro, that one I'm playing was terrible, bro.
Which one is that? That's Payback, right?
Yep.
Trash.
I haven't even finished it.
Yeah, that's trash. That's trash. I ain't trying to play that. And Planet vs. Zombies, I played the first one. The second one wasn't really. I played the demo of the second one, but I didn't really get into it that much.
Just back in your Candy Crush days?
I played the second one. It wasn't really that crazy or that bad.
2 was pretty good. The first one was kind of, but 2 was actually 2 was pretty dope. 2 actually expanded on a really good base and improved it a lot. So I can say 2 was good. The first one was like prime, but it needed some improvements. Plus, they kind of put like that card system in where you get these hero cards or you get these loot cards or something, and you can unlock costumes.
I'm gonna beat you when I say you want.
But I can say I enjoyed Plants vs. Zombies for what it was. It was a good
oh god.
It was a good chill out shooter. Nothing I could just sweat in.
You know what I liked about Planet vs. Zombies? Because it really did. Planet vs. Zombies, I feel like, was one of those first games that actually implemented that whole hero shooter style. Because every plant played different. Like, it was a different style when you chose the different plants.
Mm-hmm. So and the ear corn had like 2 machine guns. Mm-hmm. And he had like a dive-in move.
I liked playing with the sunflower because she used to shoot the seeds. It was so dope. I loved playing with the sunflower. Super dope. So sunflower was the best.
The ear corn and like the zombie scientists, like my 2 favorites.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever play Plant vs. Zombies, Leash?
I don't play games like that.
You don't play nothing.
Jesus
I'm gonna just put my cue card down because you don't play nothing.
I don't play. I saw Plants vs. Zombies when it first came out. I said, "What is this?" I'm not playing this.
Yeah, it's like just like you don't play COD. Anyway, moving on.
I told you I used to play COD. The last COD I played was Black Ops 2. I told you this. Mm-hmm. Okay.
When I said Leash, you should get Black Ops 4 because Black Ops 4 is a really good shooter. I think you like. No, Persona. Nobody wants to play that game with you. Get out of here. It's so
I used to be heavy. I used to be heavy in the Black Ops 2. Back up heavy.
You was sweating on Black Ops?
I wasn't sweaty, but I wasn't sweaty, but it was heavy. There's a difference. Heavy between heavy and sweaty, okay?
Yeah, could you imagine?
All right.
Could you imagine?
Was your neck dripping like when you was getting killed?
She had the neck sweat.
No, I did not have the neck sweat.
If you wasn't dapping your forehead when you was playing COD, were you really playing COD?
If you don't have the under the titty sweat when you playing COD.
Oh my god. Okay. She had to,
all right, so Disney's happy with this EA Star Wars deal.
After each match, she had to lift up, get a rag real quick.
So Disney's happy with this EA Star Wars deal.
Yo, we back. We don't have any company, so we can act
Disney's
out.
happy with this EA Star Wars deal.
Yo, why yo, listen, the under the titty sweat though. Yo, listen, you gotta put some powder under the boys before you start playing the games, man, because you get sweaty.
You gotta dab it down one time. Like.
Ain't no company I can finally be my true self.
Oh,
thank God. Oh Lord Jesus.
Yo, real talk though, you definitely gotta listen, ladies and gentlemen. This goes for women and big boys. Powder is your best friend. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
anyway, moving on. What we talking about? Disney, right? Sorry guys, it's just us this week, so we like to chop it up and have fun. Laugh.
Oh boy.
Back to what we back to the show. I'm sorry guys. What am I doing?
So Disney's happy with this EA Star Wars deal.
So Disney, yeah, let's get on Disney. Yo, this is the EA heavy show this week, guys. EA they messing up a lot.
I know Michi's happy right now.
Yo, Michi is ecstatic right now that EA getting all this.
We talking EA.
I wish Michi was here to talk that EA Access stuff. Cause all right. So Disney CEO says the company has never excelled in publishing games. States relationship with EA is still good. I said DA. Disney. I'm gonna need you to sit in front of the judges. Honorable persona, Leash and Demi. You will be judged right now. So this is the quote that really stood out to me. It really pissed me off because it really shows how much Disney really doesn't give a crap about the IPs of its games. So speaking of content, Iger, who is the CEO of Disney, also commented on Disney's current relationship with Electronic Arts and how they handled the license. Despite EA continuing to drop the ball by canceling projects or closing studios when it comes to Star Wars properties, Disney seems happy with their work. And this is Disney saying, we've had good relationships with some of those we're licensing to, notably EA, in a relationship with Star Wars properties, and we're probably going to stay on that side of the business and put our capital elsewhere, Iger said. If you were hoping for somehow Disney would be able to back out of the Star Wars licensing deal before the end of the contract, that doesn't seem to be likely to be happening.
Well.
Iger also, this other quote also kind of stuck out to me, what Iger says. So Iger was, this is talking about, the company and where their focuses are. We're obviously mindful of the size of that company. Over the years, as you know, we've tried our hand at self-publishing. We've brought companies, we've sold companies, we've bought developers, we've closed developers, and we found over the years that we haven't been particularly good at on the self-publishing side, but we've been great at licensing side, which obviously doesn't require that much allocation of capital. So it seems Iger and the rest of Disney are currently quite content on how things run when it comes to gaming. This pisses me off immensely because it just shows that, you don't care. Like, it pisses me off that you don't care about the integrity and the quality of these licenses that you're licensing out. Like, the only company that really is doing Disney the right way is Kingdom Hearts, and they have continued to do so for the past over a decade, with Kingdom Hearts. It pisses me off, especially with Star Wars, because Star Wars is such a huge franchise, and Star Wars is something that you can create. Like, Star Wars is one of those entities that you really can create anything from Star Wars. And you can there's so many characters, so many storylines, so many different things that you can do with Star Wars. The possibilities really are endless, because you can go from RPG to first-person shooter to action adventure. Like, there's so many different routes that you can take with Star Wars. And what pisses me off the most about EA and what they did with Star Wars was the fact that they chose to go the FPS route with Star Wars. Of all things. And they cashed out on it, especially with the first game, because I'll admit I was hype the first game, because I'm like, yo, this is Star Wars, oh my God, Battlefront being remade, I'm hype. I fell into that trap. I'll admit I did. I fell into that trap because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and this is something that I I'm excited for, because just as a Star Wars fan. So they caught me the first time. There was no story, no nothing. Like, there was no structure in the game. It really was a terribly structured made game. But when you fast forward to now with Battlefront 2, which, again, it has a little bit more of a story, but it's still the same. It's still Battlefront. Like, it's still Battlefront with Star Wars characters. And it pisses me off because it's like, Star Wars is so much more than that. You feel me? Star Wars is so much more than just an FPS. And the possibilities and the things that you can do with Star Wars, EA isn't taking the time to do. They're just cashing in on the fact that it's Star Wars. Like, oh, people are buying it because it's Star Wars. They're not putting no love into the creation of the games. And it shows. And it pisses me off immensely. Lise, what's your thoughts?
I feel like it's a slap in the face, especially for like Star Wars fans waiting for an actual game. And like you said, there's so much that they could do with a Star Wars game. Honestly, I'd prefer if they was to make a Star Wars game, make it somewhat like a Mass Effect type of thing where you could create your own, like, your own character, and but it's a lot of lore, and I believe it's a very ambitious project. That's why when people get their hands on it, I guess they kind of drop the ball. And Star Wars fans are hardcore and mean, so I'm not gonna say mean, but they are hardcore. So I'm like, the whole thing with like Disney, and then the title in itself. What's the title again? Because it's kind of like the title's a slap in the face.
Disney CEO says the company has never excelled in publishing games. States relationship with EA is still good.
You're not pushing out. You're not pushing out games. But why? Why is this even? I don't know. Disney, yeah, they're dropping the ball. It's a slap in the face. I really feel bad for actual Star Wars fans looking for a game, because it don't look like y'all ain't getting nothing no time soon. So nothing of quality. Let me say that.
Well,
anytime soon.
Respawn is supposed to be making a story-driven game, but they canceled Amy Hennig's game because they said it was too linear and too much like Uncharted, and they tried to make it an open world game. Amy Hennig left. They were still going to say the game was still going to come out as an open world action adventure, action filled game. They canceled the game. They closed down the studio. Disney, take this license away, please.
Yeah, like, just after a while, you got to see when something ain't working, and it's not working. If it's almost like a bad relationship. This is like an abusive bad relationship right now. Like,
I can fix him. I can fix him.
Right. He gonna change. He gonna change. I promise. He said he gonna stop cheating on me, and then 5 weeks later, he cheating on you again. It's like, bruh, like, just let it go.
Let it go.
Back lady, you gonna miss your bus. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I really do feel bad for the people actually waiting and itching for a Star Wars game, because it seems like it's almost like it has like a curse upon it.
You're not a Star Wars fan, Lish?
No.
Yo, we gonna have a serious talk.
No. Listen, when I say I'm not a Star Wars fan, I have watched the movies, yes, but am I really into the lore like that? No. I am more so Lord of the Rings. I would say I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. More so than Star Wars, yeah. I like more fantasy stuff.
Lord of the Rings? What about this is like some super nerdy shit, but what about Star Trek? Do you like Star Trek?
I like Star Trek.
Let's go.
Yeah,
hold on. Wait. Hold up, pause. Which one?
I like the one with Captain Picard.
Let's go! Jean-Luc Picard. You gotta respect the Jean-Luc Picard.
Now,
so hold on. Let me ask a question. Since you're into not Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, did you try out the Mordor games?
Of course I did. Listen, the first Mordor game, I put so many hours into that, and it wasn't even me doing the story. It was just me going around killing all the orcs and stuff.
So did you play Shadow of War?
I played the first one. I didn't play the second one.
The second one, you should
play
get
the
that.
second one.
Yeah, the second one is really...
I heard the second one was good, but I didn't finish the first one because I was just too busy.
Please finish the first one.
Going around.
Real talk. I'm pushing for commission. So I want Lise to stream Shadow Mordor 1 and 2.
Oh Lord. Lord Jesus.
I'm gonna put it on Twitter. I'm gonna put a poll up. Which game do you guys want Leash Capiche to stream?
I think you should do that for everybody.
What? Play Shadow.
Ask people what game we should play.
Yeah, true.
That's true. We can do that. Okay.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, really though, I definitely would watch those if you stream 1 and 2. Pretty dope. They both are great. I got the platinum. Great games. Really.
I play 1. 1 is fantastic. I just never played 2. 1 is so good. Now you got me want to play it again. But yeah, Disney needs this whole thing just needs help. I say, how long do you think it's gonna take for us to get a solid Star Wars game?
My kids might have kids by the time it's
right. Like Jesus.
My kids might have damn kids, man. Demi, what's your thoughts on this, man? Me and Lee's been talking a lot to this podcast.
We really have. Normally, I'm a little quiet.
Y'all have. It's actually refreshing to see.
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
That was a little shady.
I'm gonna need you to explain what you mean by that, sir.
Why everything I say get taken with some shady criticism?
I'm not assuming. That's why I'm asking you a question so that I don't assume. So explain what you mean.
I'm saying because Leash doesn't always talk this often, and it's actually refreshing to see her take the charge on some topics.
Because I've been learning. I told y'all when I first started the podcast, I didn't know about all this developers and blah blah blah. I just used to play games.
Yeah, so that's why
I'm learning a little something.
That's why I said that, because it's very refreshing to see you take the charge, and I'm like, okay.
You know, I'm not all jokes aside. It really is good to see your growth. You definitely have grown a lot.
Yeah, you talking confidently. You talking with some. You walking in with like the topics
on the interviews. You know,
right?
Stop it.
Okay, I can take a sit back for a second. I ain't gotta show my personality today. But
no fast food. We'll hit up the restaurants.
Right. But listen, I'm still disappointed in Disney sticking with this. EA just ain't the right people, man. They aren't. You see the kind of content you're getting with them. They canceled 1313. They canceled Amy Hennig's game. What next? What does it take for y'all to step away? What does it take? I'm ready for other developers to get a chance to do this. Because of these guys, we couldn't even get like Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts. Trash.
That'd have been so dope. That'd have been so dope.
I just don't listen. After Battlefront 1 and after Battlefront 2 and seeing how fast they went on sale, I already knew that they were like the wrong guys for this project to handle the Star Wars license anyway. So for the fact, like I'm giving all my trust to Respawn at this point because they actually are capable of writing good stories. But outside of that, if Respawn's game doesn't do this good, it's gonna be it's over, man. Disney, you gotta walk away. You gotta pack your stuff, walk away, and take that walk of shame. Hold your heels in your hands.
Come to a PlayStation dev and let's talk business.
Oh Lord!
I'd rather them still go third party though. Just depending.
But so what? Okay, so that's a good question for us. Who is someone that you would want Disney to come to and be like, hey, look, I want you to create a Star Wars game, and they would create something that would be of quality.
Oh, that's a good question.
Now, it can't be any dev that's an exclusive dev. So no PlayStation devs and no, none of those devs, right, Demi? Only third party?
Only third party. Only third.
You know what?
Party.
I have two. Either Rocksteady or CD Projekt Red.
CD Projekt Red would do an amazing job.
Yes, they would.
Rocksteady, I feel like they would have to grow outside of the norm. But I could see them doing something great. But CD Projekt Red, oh my God.
Especially looking at Cyberpunk, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I would want them to create this world. What about you, Leash?
I mean, who's the developer behind Cyberpunk again? I forgot.
CD Projekt.
That'd probably be their best bet, in all honesty. In all, like, because when we saw the gameplay of Cyberpunk, it's in kind of the same lane, but less punky. So I think that'll probably be good. I don't know about what is it, Rocksteady? I don't know. Not Rocksteady. What did I say?
CD Projekt Red.
Yeah. But yeah, that one.
What about you?
I'm gonna piggyback off that.
What about you, Debbie?
I got to. I would like to see Ubisoft Montreal take the helm.
They did Far Cry?
They did Far Cry and did a couple of Assassin's Creeds. Either them or tappity tap 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 tap. I kind of want to see what Cyber Machine would do behind it. Those are the guys that did Doom.
I feel like they'd still make it too shooty though.
I think they could step out the norm.
Looking at their track record, I wouldn't want to give it to them. I feel like they still would make it too shooty.
Nobody's gonna say BioWare.
Nah, that's EA.
Well, yeah, we have to leave out EA.
I know.
Honestly, I wouldn't give it to BioWare.
You said you would?
I wouldn't. No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, I wouldn't. Even
Anybody
though
gonna say Bethesda?
Hell no! Listen, stop playing games, bruh. Stop playing games, bruh. You about to start me up.
Give us your
badge.
badge.
Start me up. Stop playing games, bruh.
You're not
games.
taking it seriously.
You playing games out here. Stop playing games with me, bruh. Yo, this man said Bethesda. Bethesda don't touch nothing Star Wars out here, boy.
Oh, boy, it'll be a glitchy hot mess.
Yo, listen. You gonna try to launch into space and it's just gonna stop midway.
Boy. That's funny.
You're gonna be in between space and the ozone layer stuck. Man, I ain't trying to play with that, man. Hell no, man. Bethesda don't touch nothing out here.
If they didn't get like pushed toward Microsoft, I would have been like Obsidian off the rip.
Yeah.
If we're talking exclusive devs, I really would want Naughty Dog. I either would want Naughty Dog.
If we're talking exclusive devs,
devs,
Obsidian is definitely like my choice.
I was thinking Obsidian when y'all first asked the question, but I was like, nah.
Hands down, it's either gonna be Naughty Dog or Gorilla. Naughty Dog, Gorilla, or Sony Santa Monica. One of them. Oh, you know what? Another third-party dev. Real talk. Insomniac. I would want to. No. It's not because Insomniac's not exclusive. That's technically a third-party dev. I would want. Okay, so I'm changing from Rocksteady to Insomniac, especially after how they did Ratchet and Clank and how they did Spider-Man. Yo, they would do Star Wars justice. Would they not, Demi? Would they not?
They would.
Insomniac all the way. Insomniac.
Yeah, I feel like they've been just slapping around the license of Star Wars. Just the people who just
they don't care.
They don't. They don't care.
Well,
yo, for real, Insomniac would. I really feel like Insomniac would kill it, yo. Damn, yo, could that ever be a possibility? See, but I'm selfish, man. If Insomniac did do it, yo, this is gonna sound so selfish.
I already know what you're gonna want.
Listen, if Insomniac does do it, I would want it to be exclusive to PlayStation.
You know that is not gonna fly.
I'm so selfish. I'm sorry, guys.
Or they can dig deep into the graveyards and just revamp LucasArts.
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
I know they're not. I know they're not, but they could. I mean, they could, but they're not.
Yo,
that'd be nice, but they're not.
They long and gone, man. LucasArts
I know.
Never
it was so.
Yo, real talk. What was that game by LucasArts? That was on the
Island?
Super Nintendo. No, the Super Nintendo
one.
Oh,
Super Nintendo?
Was that Rogue Warrior? No, not Rogue Warrior. I'm trying to think of the Super Nintendo one. I can't think of, but that was one of my favorite ones. I forgot the name of it. Terrible. Shout out to LucasArts, man. Quality. But let's move on.
Games.
That was a good little game. Yo, I'm sorry guys. This is really an EA heavy podcast this week, man, because there was a lot coming from EA that like I just couldn't pass up. Yo, and it's crazy because I'm hyped for Anthem, but it's like I said before, I could be hyped for a game from a publisher or a company that I really don't like, because it's a game at the end of the day. I'm hyped for the game, okay? The game come first. Anthem's great, whatever. Anyway, back to EA and they bullshit. So Battlefield 5 misses sales projections by 1 million. EA blames EA blames single player for weak sales. Demi, can we go back in time for a second? Am I allowed to do that, Demi? Can I do that?
Take your time. Take your time.
Am I allowed, Leash? Am I allowed to kind of go back in time for a second? I got a time machine right here. It goes 88 miles.
Sure, right. Just don't go too far back because you might not return.
Oh no, not too far back.
We'll see you in a Kunta Kinte special.
No, I would not like my foot chopped. Anyway, so let's go back 2 years. That's when Black Ops 4 was announced, right? Demi? 2 years ago? A year ago, maybe?
Yeah. Just about. I'd say like a year ago.
Yeah, let's go back a year.
Yeah.
Let's go back in time, ladies and gentlemen. And I wish Barry was here because I know Barry. Oh boy, I know Barry would definitely want to speak on this. So let's go back a year, guys. When Black Ops 4 first was announced, and the news came out that they weren't going to have a single player campaign. The community was in uproar. Oh my God! How could you? How could you, Activision? How could you, Treyarch? You betrayed us. You betrayed us. I will not buy Black Ops 4 because it does not have a single-player campaign. Battlefield 5 will be the better game this holiday because it has a single-player game, which is what I care about when I play my first-person shooters. That's what people were saying, guys. Black Ops 4 received a multitude of hate because it didn't have a single-player campaign. And what was Treyarch's reasoning for that? No one played the campaign. I did an entire podcast dedicated to this on When Persona Speaks last year, where I broke down the completion rate on stream. I did the math and everything. And this was only for PlayStation 4. I correlated the percentage of the completion percentage of trophies with the sales numbers of the games. Remember that, Demi? Remember that podcast? And it turned out that last generation, more people completed single-player COD games, the single-player for COD games, than this gen. But more people this gen bought Call of Duty than last gen. Oh, Persona, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about gaming, Persona. How could you side with the developer about removing single-player games? Are you okay with spending $60 on a multiplayer-only game, Persona? Is that what you're telling us? I said yes, because I buy COD for multiplayer. I don't play single-player on COD. So them removing that affects me none. Not saying that the people that do play COD for single-player, are wrong for feeling the way they feel. Of course not. It's a free country. It's a free internet. You're free to feel how you want to feel because you're free. But people were saying, I'm going to buy Battlefield 5 because it has a single player campaign. And then what happened, Demi? Battlefield 5 has a woman on the cover.
Oof.
Oof. Hiya. A woman on the cover? Not my Battlefield. That's what people were saying. So it went from, I'm going to support Battlefield because they have a single player to, yuck. Women on the cover fighting in my wars? In my house? With my games? I won't have none of it. That's what people were saying. So, when I see articles like this, ladies and gentlemen, it baffles me for two reasons. One, the expectations of EA is ridiculous. 1, 2. Battlefield 5 did sell 7.3 million copies, which is an amazing accomplishment. And the developers at EA should be very happy with that. But it was 1 million less than what the projected sales of EA had set for the game. I'm willing to bet that those 1 million people were the people that said, women on my cover? Ew. Get that out of here. But it's just funny that Call of Duty, no single player, still sold more than Battlefield 5 when Battlefield 5 had all that people were looking for. So, what's going on here, people? Explain it to me. Leash, Demi, can someone explain this to me? Why is Battlefield 5 not reaching expectations? Everyone was so up in arms about COD not having single player. It was wrong. It was anti-consumer, as some were saying. Leash, Demi, explain it to me. Explain it to the people.
I'll take the floor.
Yes.
Why is this game not meeting expectations? Is it because of the single player? Or is it because the game isn't that good? Or what is it? What's going on? This game should be in the 15 million easy.
It should be.
Because, again, what were people saying, Demi? I'm not buying COD. I'm buying Battlefield 5. Why? Why, Demi? Because what? What does it have?
Because of no single player. Because of single player. Because of single. I need a campaign.
Demi, you got the floor. I've put
Listen,
too much knowledge.
as somebody who was in these Twitter streets, in the YouTube streets, Facebook streets, I heard I'm not buying COD because it doesn't have a campaign. Call of Duty needs a campaign. I'm getting Battlefield because it needs a campaign. I'm not spending $60 on Battlefield because it doesn't have a campaign. However, some of these people, not all, but some, were the same people saying, there's a woman on the cover. There's a woman on the cover? I'm not buying Battlefield because it has a woman on the cover. This isn't realistic. This isn't my Battlefield. This isn't World War II. What? Seriously? Because of a woman on the cover and she has like a prosthetic arm? Like, people were offended. We seen think pieces, stink pieces. We seen videos just talking about covers. Like, everybody had this drastic ideal that because of a woman on the cover and because Call of Duty didn't have a campaign, Battlefield was just meant to sell. And while it sold 7.3 million copies, that isn't enough. You know how crazy that is? The fact that 7.3 million still isn't enough for Battlefield? That's, man, EA's numbers must be crazy for it to not, like, for them to want that to sell. They said it was 1 million under expectations, bro. And I would just like to put that in perspective, that it was 1 million under expectations, where they had it for 8.3 million to sell. And this was when the game was $30. $30. And it still couldn't outsell COD, the game with no campaign, the game people didn't want. Listen, where's everybody talking about it now? Why is everybody so quiet? All the people that said Battlefield was going to outsell COD, Battlefield has a campaign, Battlefield has a story mode. I don't hear nobody talking about Battlefield story mode. Do you, Persona?
No.
When it was hot, did you hear anybody talking about it?
Hey, I could do you one better. Keep talking. I'm about to pull up some real facts, because, you know, people.
I didn't hear a soul talking about Battlefield story mode. Now I know a group of streamers that play Battlefield. They play it all the time. He even streamed the story mode and he actually liked it. But outside of that, I didn't hear anybody say, yo, I'm thoroughly enjoying Battlefield story mode. I didn't see a tweet. I didn't see people talking about it. All I seen was that, man, Battlefield looks cool, but I'm not buying it. Or Battlefield looks great, but I'll wait for a sale. But then, but you had no problem trying to get a Call of Duty for having no campaign. So what's the problem now? What's the issue? Is it because you want to see Call of Duty fail? Or you guys just generally wasn't really supporting your quote-unquote favorite shooter? Questions that need to be answered. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Persona?
Leisha, break it down for us while I pull up this information real quick. Thank you.
What am I breaking down? Because I don't be in these Twitter streets, and I don't.
No. Speak on how you feel about
because listen, when it comes to people complaining about stuff that like doesn't make sense, I just tune it out. That's my natural instinct. I see complaints on Twitter, I scroll right past. I'm like, you suck, or shut up. You ever do that? Scroll down your Twitter line, like, shut up, you suck. What are you talking about this week? Oh my God, girl, leave him. That's me when I'm on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Like all of this. I mean, one, I've said this whole podcast, so you know what? I'm just gonna say it again. I haven't played a lot of games apparently in my life. I'm not as well versed as Demi and Persona are. I've never played a Battlefield game. It shouldn't surprise you all. Because I said I wasn't into first-person shooters. So I don't really understand what the problem is. Lack of a story of a story in a game. I don't know why that matters or not. Play the game if you like it. Play it if you don't. I did see somebody say in the comments that... Wait, hold up. Who said it? Was it EJ? Who said it? Oh, Envy. The devs told us to either accept it or don't. That's where they messed up. Yeah. I mean, I could say that too. Developers have been getting kind of out of hand.
But Call of Duty was $60
and slick with the lip,
and they weren't giving the campaign.
They've been rather slick with the lip these days. I mean, but I've always thought that Call of Duty was more popular than Battlefield anyway. That's how I always felt. I saw more people saying, "Hey, bro, I'm about to hop on this COD."
But this is going to start a trend in gaming where campaigns are not going to be in our games anymore.
But some people don't. How many people played the Call of Duty campaign?
Hey, listen. Persona did an entire podcast on that. We talked about it. Listen. It was, what was it, Persona? Like, it was 90% of people didn't even finish the Black Ops 3 campaign.
Yeah, like 85%. I'm actually about to pull up some numbers for y'all right now.
Because Black Ops 2 had a campaign, right? I remember.
Yeah, they all connect.
It had a campaign. Mm-hmm. Did I play that? No, I'll hop straight on zombies. Faithfully.
Look at that. Look at that.
Straight on zombies, faithfully.
But they're ripping us off by charging us $60 for what looks like a multiplayer mode.
I get that people want the option. I get it. You want the option to play a story or whatever. Cool. But what people do in the gaming industry is that they do the research. Why would I sit up here and spend money and give y'all a story and have to hire voice actors and have to actually come up with a story and write it and then have my people do the code for it when y'all ain't playing it no way? I could save a little bit of money, do what I know will sell anyway, and then reap the benefits. Like, people got to understand, at the end of the day, the game developing world is a business, and if they can find ways to cut costs and if stuff makes sense financially, that is what they're going to do. It is about us, but at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about the bottom line, and what is always the bottom line? The dollars. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Back to you, Persona.
Hi guys, so my name is Persona, and I would like to thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. I'm only going to ask for about 5 to 10 minutes of your time while we speak on some numbers when it comes to the campaign of some of these games, such as Battlefield 5. Sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, let's go into it. So, this is PSN Profiles, and what PSN Profiles is a site that you can use to check trophies. It's really good for exposing people that claim they play games, but they really don't. They got game guides. There's all types of stuff. I love PSN profiles. It's really great. So these are the trophies for PlayStation 5. I mean, for PS4 Battlefield 5 trophies, right? Luckily, they have the trophies for like completing the stories, right? So they have 3 trophies from completing all 3 war stories on the medium, on the hard, and the hardcore difficulties. There is no easy or normal, but I'm assuming medium is normal because you wouldn't have easy, then normal, then medium. That's stupid. So let's assume that medium is normal. So the great thing about PlayStation profiles is it shows you that the 26.56% that you're seeing under the medium setting, that shows the percentage of people that are registered on PSN profiles that completed the campaign on this difficulty. So that percentage is not what we're going to use. The percentage we're going to use is the 11.6%. That is the real world PlayStation percentage of people that completed the campaign on the medium difficulty. And again, we're going to assume that the medium difficulty is normal for just for argument's sake. Again, everything here is just, this is all just for fun. Like, don't take this too serious, guys. I just want to show you this just to prove a point. Okay, so 11.6% of people completed the campaign, all 3 war stories, on normal difficulty, right? 11.6%. Now, let's go to VG charts. Oh my God, Persona VG charts, that's so inaccurate. For argument's sake, we're going to use VG charts, okay? So we know accurately that Battlefield sold 7.3 million. It's saying for globally for the total sales for PlayStation 4 is 2.22 million people that bought the game. I'm thinking if that's the number for, and again, guys, this is all just, it's not super accurate, but we're going to use that 2.22 million number. So I'm thinking that a lot of people might have Origin accessed this game or something like that. They're counting sales from somewhere else because the number that they're giving it's not adding up. Because Battlefield 5 came out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, right? That's it.
PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah, so that number's kind of weird. So you would think 2.5 million on PS4, Xbox One, which puts that at 5, and then 2 million on PC, maybe? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being an even split just because Battlefield, it does have a dedicated fan base on all 3 platforms. So let's round that number up to 2.5 million. So 2.5 million people bought PlayStation Battlefield 5 on PS4, right? So let's pull out our handy dandy calculator. So 2,500,000. Yeah, 2.5 million, right? What's the number that they said it sold? 7.3 million. I forgot how I did the math last time. Okay, so 2.5 million bought the game, right? I think we times that. Yeah, we times it by 11 point. Not point. Is it 0.6 or 0.6? No, 11.6. 11.06. So 11.06% of people completed the campaign on normal, right? So that equals what? What does that equal? Oh no, I cleared. Okay, hold up. 25000. All right, 2.5 million times 11.
Are we doing math on us in the morning? No,
okay,
Jesus.
I'm doing it wrong. 11.06 times 250.
Guys,
First of all, you doing math. Meanwhile, while he does the numbers, I'm just gonna say
I'm doing the wrong math right now. I forgot how to do the math last time.
He's crunching numbers.
He's a number cruncher. You can see where
Right, he's tapping to calculate like.
How did I do it? How did I do the math last time? I forgot how I did the math. I really did.
I don't know, bro. You asking me the math?
Yeah,
I know. I'm
math. Math.
I'm forgetting the number. I know it's 11. I forgot how shit. Yeah, I just forgot how to do the math. Lord have mercy. 11.006.
Who thinks about doing math at 1:30 in the afternoon? Persona.
I forgot how to do the math. I forgot to do the math, guys. Oh my God. Anyway.
Welcome to MOG and Friends, where you'll get a math lesson.
11% of 2.5 million is what? What's 11% out of 2.5 million?
11% of 2.5.
I forgot how to do the math. Somebody in the chat, tell me how to do the math. I forgot. I think it's is it 11.6 times 2500000%? Okay, it's 25. So it's 25. So it's 25,000. Okay, I got it. Okay, I think I got it right. I think I got it right now. Hold up. I got it, guys. Calculator. All right, I got it right, guys. Sorry. So it's 11.6 times 2500000%. Is that it? Yeah. 290,000 people. There we go. I did the math right. 290,000 people out of 2.5 million, right? So 290 is the amount of people that completed the campaign on normal, right? Right? Minus 290,000. That means 2,210,000 people did not complete the campaign on normal.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean?
That people were getting upset for no reason, as per the norm.
How many people went and supported Battlefield 5 because it had the campaign? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. Talk to me. What's up?
We know that people, if you give them something to complain about, dangle a complaint in somebody's face and they're going to reach for it. So,
Listen, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay? Because this proves a multitude of points. That one, people complain just to complain. That two, people don't support the things that they claim they support on Twitter. And three, no one cares about campaigns on first-person shooters. No one's buying Battlefield 5 for story. And I said this way back when this whole fiasco started. No one buys Battlefield or COD for story. No one. Does that mean that I hate single-player games? Of course not. There's a difference between me loving single-player games and me loving a first-person shooter campaign that I'm not going to play because that's not why I'm buying the game. I don't buy COD for single-player. I don't buy COD for campaigns. But I do love single-player games. I love them. Single-player. And that's an argument. That's a misguided argument as well that people like to use. Oh, if you're happy with COD not having a campaign, then that means you don't support single player games. No, that's completely false. And people were using that argument incorrectly. The argument with single player games was single player only games holding value and if they should be at $60. The single player games argument that people were trying to use and push was on something that was known and supported as multiplayer. When it comes to single player only games, yes, those should be supported. Yes, those should be played. Yes, you should support those wholeheartedly. Yes, those should still sell. Yes, developers should still make single-player only games. That I back 100%. 100%. But games like this, Battlefield, COD, with campaigns, I could care less because that's not why I'm here. And to the people that are trying to be gaming politicians, hey, look, this is why I'm here. I buy the game for the full experience. People like to say that. I buy games for full experiences. That's what people like to say. But when COD was talking about how they have 3 different zombie modes that all have extensive stories, what were people saying? Oh, I don't care about zombies. I don't like zombies. I don't care about this. But you're buying games for the full experience, right?
The argument only goes to what they want to play, not what game actually does give content.
Well, then that argument that they're using is a straw man. It holds no value here. It's a mute point. If that's the argument that you're going to use, it's a moot point. Because you're not playing the game in its entirety. Yo, I bought COD and went straight to multiplayer. I don't play Blackout. I don't play Zombies. Because that's not why I'm here. Is the game worth $60 to me? Of course. Because I'm buying it to get the enjoyment out of what it is that I enjoy in the game. I'm not here for Blackout. I'm not here for Zombies. Same thing for Battlefield 5 if I was to buy that. Straight to multiplayer. I don't care about nothing else. Straight to multiplayer. And that's clearly how the majority feels. Moving on. Yo, that's a long podcast, guys. I'm sorry.
It really is.
I'm sorry, guys. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get on to this last topic. Xbox Live going to Xbox Live going to...
How y'all just gonna say it because I said it?
What?
What? It was a nice play off of each other. Thank you, Demi. We got synergy here, sir.
We're synergetic.
Oh my. Synergetic, he says.
Oh my
God. Let's get on to this last topic. Microsoft preparing to bring Xbox Live to iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. Oh my God. Yo, this one threw me for an extreme loop. So Microsoft is getting ready to release an important software development kit that will allow game developers to integrate Xbox Live into any titles that run across PC, Xbox, iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. Some iOS and Android games already have Xbox Live achievements, but they're only enabled in titles from Microsoft Studios, and there's not many of them available right now. Microsoft describes this push as much bigger. Xbox Live is expanded from 400 million gaming devices and a reach of over 68 million active players to over 2 billion devices with the release of our new cross-platform XDK, says the GDC listing. Xbox Live cross-platform play will allow developers to integrate in friends list, multiplayer functionality, and achievements into existing mobile games. It's an important part of Microsoft's new game mission to reach outside of its traditional PC, Xbox markets and bring software, services, and games to players on rival platforms. Leash, I want you to break this down for us, man. What's up? How you feel about this? Is this a good move? Is Microsoft doing too much? What's up?
I think it's too ambitious. I think I don't know. Like if they could pull it off, it's going to be an amazing move. But you bringing all of that to the Switch too, when y'all saying cross-platform, y'all wasn't playing about cross-platform. I mean, I like the fact that they're actually, like I said, Xbox has humbled themselves. And one thing I will give to Xbox is that they listen to their consumers. I get it. And from what they're seeing is that a lot of people want cross-play. But I really think this is too ambitious for them. Honestly, they really need to listen to the consumers that are saying, listen, all we really want is more exclusives. Like, yeah, cross-play is not really a big thing to people who game, you know. Like we've debunked that myth on this podcast time and time again. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice gesture. I just want to see if they could pull it off. But I mean, I have faith, but I don't know. I'm scared. I don't need this next gen to do what Xbox One did. Like, I'm tired of being on the bandwagon. It's just like, I'm an Eli Manning fan. Like, I defend him to the death of me. I like an underdog, but I'm on this bandwagon. I'm waving my flag. I'm like, yeah, come on, Microsoft, come on, Xbox. And then they put out a new console and it's whack. I'm be like, bruh, come on, man, I can't. It's just like when Eli Manning throws his 5th interception. I'm like, bruh, I'm rooting for you.
You put the Giants' finger down, like, all right,
like, bruh, we were all rooting for you. Like, what's going on? So I'm really hoping. Like, I see what they're trying to do. I get it, but it's gonna be a challenge, and that's my take on all of this.
Yo, EJ funny, man. EJ said I would not be surprised if Xbox Live came to the Disney streaming service.
Oh no.
Yo, Demi, how you feel about this, man? Like, does this worry? like, and I'm asking you a serious question because you know, for guys that don't know, Leash and Demi, they're not fanboys or fangirls, but they do prefer Xbox as their, you know, that is their preferred platform. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm really interested in their thoughts because this is their preferred platform. So this is a serious question for you, Demi, and at least you can answer to after because I forgot to ask you this as well. But do things like this worry you for the state of Xbox itself? And what I mean by that is, like, you see that their mindset isn't necessarily focusing on building or providing the best possible experience on Xbox. It seems like their vision is to provide the best experience everywhere else, and then including Xbox. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does this worry you moving into next gen? Demi, you could start us off, and then I'll let Leash answer after.
It worries me because I'm gonna be straight up honest here, no coof. It worries me just simply because I'm a paying customer, and I feel like I'm getting shafted at the end of the day. If this goes over to Switch, if this goes over to iOS, if this goes over to Android, people on PC already don't pay. I already don't see people on Switch paying because they aren't gonna pay. But if it's coming to phones, people aren't going to pay on the phones. Most people pay us like for gotcha services and stuff of that nature. So as a paying customer, somebody who pays for Xbox Live, what are we getting out of this? Because it feels like that we're just beta testing all of this stuff for other platforms. So yes, this does worry me for next generation, just simply because at the end of the day, I'm paying for something that other people can get free. This is like a big middle finger to us for people who do own Xboxes, for everyone else to actually do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like what Demi is saying, I am an avid Xbox Live user. Like I've said, like I've played nothing but Xbox for the last 10 plus years. And this is actually me. The PlayStation, this is the most I've ever played PlayStation because it's new. So I'm just trying to, you know, get it all out the way before I eventually go back to Xbox. But like I'm an advocate. I want to be an advocate and say like Xbox is the future. But it's just hard. It's hard to say this when they really put the console, the actual Xbox console, on the back burner. Like, yeah, you give us Game Pass, which is amazing. I love Game Pass, and that's part of the reason why I still play Xbox, in all honesty. And you give us these little things here and there, but it's not consistent. Like I said, like, yeah, people talk about crossplay, but it's not the people who actually invest in your product. And that's not the people who invest in actual Xbox Live. It's the casual gamers. So it's like true Xbox fans. I've been saying this, like, yes, Xbox needs exclusives. It needs more because we're just now getting Final Fantasy on Xbox. We're just now getting Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. They need more of like an RPG base. They need their own titles. They need better sales because PlayStation, y'all got some good sales. I'll give y'all that much. But I just really think like they need to actually focus on the for real core and what's really been keeping Xbox afloat. And that is their console, their actual true blue console gamers. Because we're sitting up here, we're flying our flags. And they really have been, in all honesty, been kind of like telling us to sit down. Hey, you sit down. But you people over here on the Switch, you people on PC, hey, what y'all want? But us, we just like, we're their biggest fans. We're the ones with all the merch. But yet they keep pushing past us to find new avenues, which is okay. I understand you want growth. I understand you want more people to play. But what's the point of people wanting more people to play if they're not going to be
taking care of your base yet?
Right. And you're not consistent. So you're going to get all these people in. You're going to drag a whole bunch of people in. But then it's almost like once they get there, they're going to be like, this is it. I'm about to go back to what I was doing. So you can't keep them around for long. So that's my whole thing. Like, they really have to. They've been listening, but they haven't been listening with intent, and they haven't been listening to the correct base.
It's because it's always like, once they finally get something going, they do at least 2 good things, and then like they'll do like 5 bad things to correlate with what they just did.
Exactly.
And they said they're going to be treating Xbox users like premium users. So what's really premium outside of that? Games with gold don't even be that good for you to even do something like this. And in fact, Game Pass is better than the games with gold that I'm sequentially paying for. So what are Xbox users really getting out of this?
Nothing. Hopes and dreams. This is starting to become an abusive relationship.
This is that's a slap in the face.
All right, this is an abusive relationship. Oh Lord,
this is a slap in the face, a couple middle fingers. It's like people are just supposed to sit down and accept it. But seriously, at the end of the day, we get nothing from this. Nothing. And it's like they just trying to get the number. They just trying to pump the numbers up. That's at the end of the day. I'm gonna say it. They're just trying to pump the numbers up so they can say that we have this many users on Xbox Live.
That's what it is. That's what they want. They want to one up PlayStation, but they're doing it in the worst way possible. The reason why PlayStation keeps their people around is because they're consistent. Xbox really needs to work on their consistency. It's like you give us Xbox One, the original Xbox, which was your test. Or whatever, you garnered a nice little fan base. Then you push out Xbox 360, and it was amazing. It's like everybody who was like an Xbox fan was hyped. It was like, oh, okay, I get it. Then you turn around and you Xbox One. And you shove it in with no Vaseline, none.
First you push the peripheral, then everything just went to shit.
It just went completely south. I remember.
That's another cursing.
Yeah, I remember when I first turned on my Xbox One, the first time ever. And I shouldn't be saying this because I am an advocate for the Xbox. And I turned it on and I looked at the interface, the user interface. I said, "What is this BS?"
Guys, I would like to point out that maybe about 2, 3, maybe 4 months ago. This is early. When me and Demi first met Leash.
Shut up.
We told Leash that once you get the PS4, you're going to see an entirely different side of gaming. You know what she said to me? And I said this. You know what she said to me? Persona, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I will forever be an Xbox girl. And I said, that's okay. That is okay. But once you buy the PlayStation 4, you're going to see a different side of gaming, and you're not going to touch the Xbox. Demi, when did she buy the PS4? December? November,
December, just about.
When's the last time you played Xbox, Leash? Please tell the people.
Please don't do this to me.
Leash,
please.
When is the last time you played your Xbox? Please tell the people.
Please don't do. Oh my God, I haven't played my Xbox since I got the PlayStation. So it's been like since October.
Since October, guys. So let's
maybe October, November. Yeah.
October to November is 1 month. November to December is 2 months. December to January is 3 months. January to February is 4 months, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen. 4 months.
Yeah, it's been 4 months.
When Persona speaks, you listen.
Shut up. But like, I haven't played. This is just me trying to get PlayStation out the way. And I'm gonna be back.
I'll keep it a buck. As somebody who plays Xbox, and I play my Xbox daily, seriously, this kind of step in the direction is just nothing but it kind of pushes people who genuinely care about what Xbox is doing away.
Yeah, because the only reason why I'm still on there, the only reason why I still have it is because of Game Pass. That's it. In all honesty, Game Pass is what really sold me. But the lack of exclusives and all, and it's always been that way, I feel like, with the Xbox One. Xbox 360 had a little bit more going for it. Mm-hmm. But Yeah. They really need to focus on what people really want, and that is games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's simple. It's so simple. Like, I don't understand why like gaming companies don't get it. Like, yeah, we want the graphics. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we want the crossplay. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we want but at the end of the day, we just want good games. That's it. Good games.
Yo,
Give me good games.
Said it's like candles, no cake.
Or it's like they give you cake, but then like there's no frosting.
No
It's
frosting.
mean,
It's
but-
just the bread and like what the hell? What the?
Game Pass is good for people who wanted to buy like a game, but they didn't want to shovel out. You know,
It's like
money.
donut.
Game
It's
Pass,
like
Game
donuts
Pass
with no
saves you
icing
money,
on
low
it.
key. It saves you money at the end of the day.
Yeah, Game Pass saves you a lot more money because then.
Yep.
And so, yeah, man.
Microsoft just needs to be consistent.
There's consistency.
And I'm gonna say it. No, it was barred. Them going in this direction is stupid.
As hell. I was trying to be nice, but Demi, you're right.
These are
This
Xbox
is
guys
stupid.
saying this, guys. I just want you to know that.
As hell.
I actually have a video plan to talk about this, so I'm holding back everything I truly want to say. But this is stupid. Project xCloud is stupid. All of this is stupid.
You say that like that's stupid. Why you
Stupid.
say it like that?
Stupid.
Oh, you gotta do it. You gotta be like stupid. Not even gonna let you get the chance.
I got you. Stupid. I'm not even gonna let you get the chance. This is stupid, bro. Like this is stupid. Microsoft, I'll be wanting y'all to do better. Then y'all do something that's good, and y'all just be
They take it right back. They take it right back.
Getting real.
Yo, Microsoft
trash.
hit y'all with the
Denied.
Jason.
Man,
Oh
listen.
no, yo, wait, with my phone. Yo, I'm about to play it.
I got you. Bro.
I got it
Hold
right
on.
here. Hold on, I got it. Yo, wait. Yo, listen, Joe Budden is like one of my I'm a Joe Budden fan, man. Yo, Microsoft, you gotta hit Microsoft with the
Oh my God.
Josiah.
Josiah.
Yo, listen.
Bro, like Microsoft, man, it's some battles that like
listen.
I'll be like, yeah, y'all got this, but then like y'all be messing up, man. Like and like real fans will say the real, man. Real fans will say something and call it out for what it is, man. Like real fans will say something. Like
Yeah.
I played Crackdown, and boy, oh boy, but real fans are gonna say the real, and this is stupid. This is stupid ideals. This is something where you want to pump the numbers up and be like, well, they've been playing consecutively here. If you got to stretch out the platform to pump up the numbers, it really means that you aren't doing a significant enough job.
That's because they need consistency. They're like a no good man. They give you a little, but they take a lot.
Or
I'm
like they got
tired.
one thing and then they don't have the other.
Yeah, right. They got the money, but they ain't got the ka-chow. Or they got the ka-chow, but they ain't got the money. Jesus, why can't we just have it all? Oh my God.
And if you are trying to compete with Sony, do it in the fashion of getting better titles.
Yeah, we just want games. That's it.
That's it.
From Xbox fans, we just want games, bruh. Like that's it.
As a
Yeah.
person who plays every platform possible, just invest in your games.
That's it.
As somebody who played Crackdown earlier this week,
Oh, it's not good, is it?
Oh, yo,
Get
listen.
better games.
Yo, let me tell you something, man.
Oh no. Oh
Crackdown
no.
3 is dog shit in this form, bro. That shit crazy.
Oh,
That's another one for the
no.
Curse and Tux.
Wow.
That's right. I know.
That was
so bad this podcast.
Listen, I played 45 minutes of the technical test.
Oh no. That was
real
it.
quick,
That's
give
all
us your
we
thoughts real quick.
That's all we had.
It was I missed it because I was playing Division, but I got like 45 minutes of time, man. And I'll be honest, before we hop into the discussion, Persona, you want to say something about this?
About Xbox. I mean, y'all
Yeah.
already know my people that watch my channel and watch the podcast. Y'all already know how I feel about Xbox and what they're doing. So, Alicia and Demi pretty much hit the nail on the head for everything that I feel. So now I'm good.
But stepping into the world of Crackdown, man, I played 45 minutes. And shout out to my boy Halo to the King, because we jumped in a match together. And listen, I actually like the destruction across the board. It isn't what they showed us, but I kind of do like it. It's cool. It's a little, it's pre-rendered, which isn't what they promised, but it's a cool little setting. It doesn't bother me, but it's like cool aspects on paper compared to like actual fruition never matches. It didn't match. Like, let's say when you're playing, you can automatically lock on to people. And when you lock on to people, it follows them. So there's no way of escaping an actual fight.
Oh,
so
no.
People are locked onto you, and they're locked onto you for a while. And you can see the enemy team from across the map. Like the enemy team is completely outlined in red. Or when they're behind a building or trying to hide behind something, their entire silhouette is being shown. And I found that bad because when me and Halo to the King were playing, apparently we played like some pro Crackdown players or something, because we were getting like team shotted like across the board.
Pro Crackdown players.
Like it was bad. And like I tested out, I'm like, can I escape this? And you couldn't escape. There's like no real sprint button. You have like a dash and a double jump. And like the guns feel like marshmallows. Y'all ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where Bubble Bass was hitting SpongeBob and it was just like nothing but squeaks?
Bubble Bass.
Like where Bubble Bass was hitting SpongeBob and like he dude was getting bullied and he was like nothing but squeaks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like that. If you don't have the minigun or like a decent rocket launcher, nothing is gonna work for you.
Bubble Bass.
Bubble bath.
Y'all ain't never seen
Yes.
Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Bubble Bass.
But it's not good. It's not good at all. And like I play as Terry Crews, of course, but
Oh,
How does
Lord.
Terry Crews look?
pretty on par. He actually looks pretty decent.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. But
Pulling out the
it's
stops for him.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's not like I don't see this lasting too long. Like it's for easy mode gamers and stuff like that. But outside of that, nothing truly major.
Ah,
You only played
man.
the multiplayer? They didn't let y'all play no story or nothing like that?
No single player or anything like that.
Wait, so is the single player coming out the same day as, like, everything releases on the 15th, right? The single player, multiplayer, everything, right?
Everything comes out at the same time. And listen,
Is there like a story? Because normally games
Yes,
release like
there's a
story
story.
mode trailers or nothing like. There's no trailers or nothing like that for it.
they haven't really shown much of the single player.
Jesus.
Game Informer's a little bit of it, but there are like boss battles and stuff of that nature. They've kind of fleshed out more of Crackdown from what it was. You just being a super cop taking out gangs in the first one, being super cop taking out mutants in the second one. So I'm kind of like, I wonder where they're going with this. But so far, the multiplayer has left me not impressed. And I'm not the type that bashes games. I usually tell the honest truth and say like it's not fun, it's not good, and I'm not gonna bash Crackdown because that seems to be one of the popular things to do right now. But it's not
Right.
good. It's genuinely
Well, that's
not.
the thing, Demi. Like, speak from your heart. First off, shout out to Barry. Just because you dislike a game don't mean you bashing it.
No. I'm
Like,
saying like people are just generally ripping the game. I'm not gonna do that. I must be honest and be respectful about it and still tell you what it is. And not be like, yo, it's garbage, it's on Xbox, it's trash. No.
no.
But it's generally not good. I'm gonna be cut and dry as possible about that. As somebody who's played both Crackdowns, as somebody who actually likes Crackdown 1 and 2, stepping into 3, I'm gravely, and I don't use that word lightly, I am gravely disappointed by what they're offering with the multiplayer.
Wow. Wow. Oh, God.
Bubble Bass.
Well,
So I'm hoping and I'm thinking, I am seriously banking on if the single player being at least good enough to hold my attention.
All right, so I got a question. For Leash and Demi,
Yes.
you can all answer this. what you think that Metacritic score gonna be?
Ooh,
I'll get my ass off rip. I said this on Twitter. It's gonna be between a 60 and 65. You could quote me on that. Anything higher than a 65, I don't see it. I just don't. Honestly, I could be wrong.
Rise treatment, which Rise, I still feel like Rise didn't deserve a 60, in all honesty. But I'm seeing between 65 to 71.
Okay.
So I just see that sweet spot of like it somehow getting a 71.
Yeah, getting some help from the media. Like, it's okay, guys. Give it a try type shit. I can see that.
Yeah, Terry Crews is what's going to give it anywhere in a 70. That's
Yeah.
what that, yeah.
So what, anything in the 70s, you saying, Lee?
Not a high 70, definitely a low C.
So like a 71 to 71 to like 74?
Yeah, something in there. Just out of the fact that
I don't see this hitting no 70s, man. Like, I don't know.
It might.
Like the lowest I'm gonna give it. The lowest I'm gonna honestly give it is a 65.
I really think it might be like a 62. Like, I'm so serious. Yo, guys, next week Twitter gonna be so popping. I can't wait because reviews come out Monday, right?
Nah, they come out like Crackdown comes out on Friday, so the day before.
No, they said the reviews were gonna be 4 days before release. So Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
I thought they was on the day before, so they could keep that conversation to a minimum.
Nah, I remember seeing something that said it was gonna be 4 days before release is when reviews drop for Crackdown.
Wow.
So that's Tuesday. Yo, the internet gonna be so poppin'. Twitter gonna be so funny. Yo, Twitter gonna be funny on Tuesday, guys. Jesus.
I truly want Crackdown's single player to be good. The multiplayer left me with like a bad expression.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will. But yo, let's move on. Yo, this has been like probably one of the most popping shows this year. Yo,
yeah,
this is
it really has.
Y'all want to talk about the discussion?
We could save it for next week.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xbox stuff was actually a good discussion. So yeah, we can save it for next week. Yeah, guys.
Ori, don't let me down.
Yo, guys, what do you guys think in the chat? What that Metacritic gonna be? Envy said it's gonna be a 69 at best. Damn.
Yeah, some it's either 69 or like 74 because they're gonna give it. If they give it a 74, it's strictly off of like Terry Crews.
Yo, if Crackdown, listen, this is how confident I am, guys. If Crackdown gets anywhere in the 70 range by next week's podcast, I will do a giveaway of the game on that podcast. Saturday's podcast.
Quote him.
Quote me.
Quote him and clip it.
If Crackdown gets a 70 or higher, I will do a Crackdown 3 giveaway on next week's podcast. Promise.
Quote it and clip it, guys.
I'll even post it up on Twitter because I'm that confident that it's not going to get in the 70s.
Yes.
I'm very confident it's not. I'm very confident. I think it's going to be 60 to 65. It's not leaving the 60s. I don't think it's leaving the 60s because you're go look at State of Decay, go look at Sea of Thieves, go look at what's that other game? Just go look at those. I don't see it. I don't.
Wow.
But yeah, let's move on. Guys, so this was our show. This has been a great podcast. I really look forward to Saturday mornings because the podcast is always popping, always fun. It's always good to get the crew together every Saturday. You know, we're all doing our things during the week. So, Saturdays and the weekends is, I love these times. Chopping it up with the crew, with the MOG crew. And we about to get into these outros, starting with the first.
Yes.
The first and last and only.
Yes.
And only.
Yes.
Lady.
Yes.
Of lady. That girl is what?
This girl is
Yes.
The
Feed
first.
Fire.
Feed me. Yes.
Miss Leash Capiche.
Hey, guys. Yes, it's me, Leash Capiche, the first and last lady, because they know better than to cheat on me, of MOG and Friends. where we discuss all things gaming. Make sure you start your morning off right. Yeah, that was probably the hypest outro I've ever done.
Facts.
But I don't know. I'm just, high off of our energy right now. This has been like a really dope, like Sunday morning that we've had in a very long time.
You mean?
Saturday? I said Saturday.
You said Sunday.
I said Saturday. I said Saturday.
Yo, Debbie, did she not say Sunday?
I said Saturday.
Yo,
Saturday morning.
You said Sunday, Bobby. Stop.
I said Saturday.
Yo,
listen, I drink a lot of tequila, y'all, so I just blame everything on that.
You blame
So
everything.
I blame it on the alcohol. I really do.
Blame it on the
So tonight, actually, I'm gonna be doing another podcast with Lucas Rich 1026 on Twitch. I think
Talk podcast,
yeah, Homie Talk. Yeah, they got me as a guest. Yeah. So I'm doing that 8:00 Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. It's gonna be on his channel, so it's Lucas Rich 1026. Yes, share it in the chat. It's gonna be me, him, Cedric the Gamer, Rick plays games, and I think Jedi is gonna be on there as well. Jedi also. So yeah, I'm doing that. Then directly after, I'm supposed to be streaming a little special stream. Maybe not. We'll see. But if it's not a special stream, it's just going to be me streaming Dead by Daylight. The next game, I think I'm going to play on stream because I just bought it, Persona.
What?
Far Cry 5. It was on sale. Yeah, it was on sale.
Spaghetti.
It was on sale. It's either going to be Far Cry 5 or what else did I buy? I bought something else too. I know I got For Honor, and I'm supposed to be getting Monster Hunter because it's on sale too.
Y'all trying to play For Honor?
Wait. Slow down. If you get Monster Hunter, we gotta play that because my character is Beast. I will definitely run you through that whole.
Are we doing a MOG and Friends game night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
So you want to do that tomorrow?
What? Which one?
The Monster Hunter or For Honor? Which one?
Wait, you bought Monster Hunter on PS4?
I'm gonna buy it either today or tomorrow. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, you got Monster Hunter on PS4?
I'm not trying to play Monster Hunter. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You don't like Monster Hunter?
Nah.
Why you don't like Monster Hunter?
Yo, I'll play it with whenever, like, cause I love Monster Hunter.
Well,
tomorrow's game night, we could do Division, or we can do For Honor. We can do whatever.
Some For Honor. What's up?
Yeah, we do For Honor. Yo, guys, hold on, real quick. I'm putting Lucas' channel in the chat. Make sure you guys go check out Lucas Rich, please, on Twitch. Go follow him. His podcast is dope. I watched it last week. Definitely go check that out. Y'all gonna want to see that, so check that out.
And I'm gonna be on there wilding out. Now this podcast is gonna be a little bit mature rated. We try to keep it a little mild here, but there it's gonna be mature theme. So don't watch it with your kids, guys. Yeah,
hide your kids.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Kids.
Yes.
So wait, where are we? So what are we playing tomorrow?
We'll figure it out.
That mean you don't want to play Monster Hunter, really, bro?
Bro, I don't.
Why? I'm
kind of hyped. I kind of want to play Monster Hunter now.
Hey, I'm not into it, bro. I tried.
Right.
Really? The guy who likes all things gaming isn't into Monster Hunter?
So then what about so then I guess we can do
we'll probably
do For Honor, or we can do when are we
Listen, I download Monster Hunter if I want to play, bro. I'm just not into it.
Nah, I want us all to have the same energy tomorrow. I don't want us to be bored. Yeah, I want the energy to be popping like it always is when we do Sunday game night. So we can do For Honor. We can do. Yo, wait a second. I need you guys. I need to tell you guys something because Least don't love us.
Whoa.
Listen, I went through hoops. Okay, I broke my back to get a division code.
Oh my God. Oh my
She's
God.
like, I didn't want to play with you guys because you're fat ass. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Shut up. So anyway, they guilt me. Let me tell y'all a story. They guilt me and they be like, oh, she doesn't want to hang out with us fatties. And I be like,
what you
yeah,
that's supposed to be
no,
Debbie, what is she even talking about right now?
No,
I'm
tired of y'all guilting me.
I don't even speak like that.
Why, bro?
Whatever. No, they guilt me.
Yo, Debbie, who talks like that? That's crazy.
No.
Bro, who says fatties? That's like 1992.
That's what y'all say.
Never. I've never said that before.
I'm gonna record the abuse. Y'all wait. I'm gonna record the abuse. But anyway, like I was saying, I stream normally Saturdays through Tuesdays. Anyway, I start anywhere between 10:30 to 12. That's when I start, and it lasts all night because I'm a night owl or whatever. All Eastern Standard Time. Be there Tuesdays. I drink. Honestly, every day I stream, it seems like I drink, but mostly it's going to be on Tuesdays. And yeah, that is it. That's me. Boom.
Make sure you guys check out Leash. All her stuff in the description. And for those on Twitter, I think if I do iLeash on here, I wonder if it'll work on Twitter, on Twitch. It does. Yo, that's dope. I can do it through Streamlabs and it'll do it through Twitch. That's fire. So my commands work. So definitely, guys that are watching us on Twitch, make sure you guys check out Leash's channel. Please go follow her. Please go follow her. Go subscribe. Go do everything. She's dope. She's amazing. Really cool woman. Great to have, women in gaming. It's always great. So go ahead and support her. And definitely go check out that Homie Talk podcast, 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. It's fire. It's definitely fire. Go check that out on Lucas Rich's channel. I put the link in the chat as well. So make sure you guys go follow him as well and check that podcast out tonight. Demi, my Gox Mog boys in the building.
Hey, yo.
Hiya. Go.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Give us your outro, bro.
Howdy, everybody. Demigod Reviews here. How you doing? Thank you for coming to our long-winded podcast today. It was very long. Very, very long. It's long. It went from breakfast to brunch, so I hope y'all was drinking mimosas in the meantime.
Right.
I still got tequila in the freezer. I might pull that out.
So, what do I have planned? I'm still breaking stuff down. The last RE upload is going up today. Definitely putting that up. I'm breaking down Crackdown footage so I can talk about how gravely disappointed I was in that multiplayer and really go in depth with it. Sunday, I should be doing an RE2 review. If not, then that goes up Monday. But I'm more than likely streaming Kingdom Hearts and then For Honor with these guys. Sorry, guys. I just can't do Monster Hunter. It just doesn't grow on me.
At least we'll play that one day.
What?
Hey, y'all can play Monster Hunter without me, man.
Yeah.
Plus
I mean, we wanted to be a MOG squad, thing.
I'm just not into it, man.
I'd be the bow. Leash would be Leash. What weapon would Leash be, Demi?
When I played on Xbox, because I used to play on Xbox. I'm not a noob. Oh, so okay. I'm not a noob. I used to play daggers and then the axe sword thing, axe gun. Yeah, that one.
Oh, the gun lance.
The gun, yeah, that one.
Oh, damn.
That was my two main weapons. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah. If I'll probably install it one day, someday.
I'm gonna say, man, let's play. I'm definitely, I'm down for some Monster Hunter, yo. I haven't played in a minute either, so I kind of missed the game.
I'm more into this For Honor.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Infamous, I'm wearing my do-rag right now. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, but Kingdom Hearts Sunday, For Honor later on with these guys. Yeah, we're starting a Far Cry New Dawn next week, man. I'm excited.
Oh, I can't watch because I'm trying to. Yeah,
I go to that already, and it's lit. And Persona, the Ezio collection is $9.99 in the PS Store.
It is.
So yeah,
I'm gonna buy that and 3. I'm gonna play through the entire. I might make that a stream event. Play through the entire series of Assassin's Creed.
I'm thinking the same thing. But I got videos coming up. RE2. And then I got this indie game called Drowning. I don't know how to really put my feelings into it, so I'm gonna try to sum it up the best I can because it's not for the faint of heart. It's a game about depression, so it's one of those games where it's gonna trigger you and it's gonna hit you, but at the same time it's a walking simulator. So I don't know how to really put it. So I'm putting stuff like that out, and last final RE upload, and then I'm putting up the Forest Survivor because at least you were there, right? When I played the Forest Survivor, when I was running this hunk and just trying to get through to the police station.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the failed attempt of that up also. So I got a lot of stuff coming out. Working on a lot of stuff, guys. Just working hard, and I'm still cleaning up that best and worst of dreams beta review video. Trying to clean that up and make sure that's dope as possible. So yeah, that's about it. Come by Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Demigod Reviews, Facebook Gaming, Demigod Rev. And I'll see you guys in the next. Finger guns.
Not the finger guns.
Yo, so make sure you guys check out Demigod Reviews. I put his link for those watching us on Twitch. The link is in the chat. Make sure you guys go check out Demigod Reviews channel. Real good channel. One of the best. Listen, I don't say these things as an exaggeration. I mean these things when I say them. Demigod Reviews, Leash Capiche, some of the best streamers, that I watch. I think you guys will feel the same way if you guys go check them out. So make sure you guys go and check out their channels, and support the crew. It's really appreciated when you guys support. We really appreciate it, especially myself. I appreciate it when you support these wonderful people. So definitely go support them. Links is in the description for those watching us on YouTube. And for those watching us on Twitch, the links are in the chat. So make sure you guys go follow them. And as for myself, for me, man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have been kind of laxed on the streaming as of late because not to kind of get too personal. Just focusing on real life. Trying to get brolic work and just real life stuff is kind of what I'm dealing with right now and trying to do. So the streams are a little lax right now, but I'm definitely gonna be coming back bigger, better, stronger. But I kind of gotta take some personal me time and focus on me for a little bit. So that's what that is. But I will be streaming game nights. We're doing as far as game nights, we changed the frequency of how we do game nights. So game nights are going to be twice a month. So this week is going to be a game night where we're either going to play Demi saying For Honor. I'm sure we could talk him into Monster Hunter where he'll be happy when we all play. me and Leisha talk to Demi on the side and we'll see. So
I'm not going to be happy about this. I don't know what you're talking about.
He will. We'll talk him
in a good spirit.
We'll get him in the spirits to play this Monster Hunter, man. Don't worry. I got you guys. So it'll either be For Honor, Monster Hunter, maybe Division. It'll be a combination of some sort of games that we're gonna play. So definitely be on the lookout for that. The multi-stream links will be on the channel, on our Twitters and stuff like that. We always multi-stream, and we all, that's always fun. So Sundays 8:00 is when we start our MOG game nights. So this week it's gonna be fun. It'll be great, and we definitely gonna be doing our Chad, Josh, and Ashley bit. That should be fun. I always love doing that because it's funny as hell.
Yeah. We haven't done that in so long.
Yeah, we haven't been done in a minute. So I think the Ashley, Chad, Josh bit might pop out tomorrow. You never know. We'll see. But outside of that, MOG podcast every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Also, make sure you guys go check out my boy Bari. Hold up, I gotta shout out to my boy Bari. Bari is back on YouTube. He's back to doing the J Bari show. I'm hype. I was on it yesterday, chopping it up with him for a little bit, man. He announced that he's coming back to YouTube. He's going to be doing his podcast, doing, little game videos, streams and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I knew you could not stay away. I know this, man. So shout out to my boy Bari, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to J Bari's channel. Also, make sure you guys check out Upchuck Gamers channel, Plus on Block podcast every Tuesday with him and Dreology. Every Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, check out the online arcade. ITOA. Yeah, make sure you guys check out the online arcade. For those watching us on Twitch, link is in the chat. For those watching us on YouTube, the links are in the description. Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter at the online arcade. Follow them on Twitch. The online arcade they got actually a tournament tonight at 4:00. Actually, tournament is Soul Calibur. Is it? I think it's Soul Calibur 6. Yeah, I think it's Soul Calibur. I think it's Soul Calibur. Your Bari gonna kill me. I think it's Soul Calibur. I really did forget. Oh my god. It's either Soul Calibur or it's BlazBlue or something like that. I swear I forgot. But make sure you guys go check them out, please. Please, 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 go check them out. What else? But yeah, I'm gonna try to streaming, right now I'm kind of focused on Kingdom Hearts, but as soon as I finish Kingdom Hearts, I am going to start my Platinum playthrough stream on stream. That's going to be live streamed. Like, as soon as I finish it, I should be finished with Kingdom Hearts by this weekend. We'll see how things go. I'm actually, right after this, I'm actually about to head out to the gym, but when I come back, I will continue playing Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. So I'll try to beat it by tonight, if not by tomorrow before we do MOG game night. What else? That's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you guys, keep playing games. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Saturday mornings, man. We appreciate everybody that comes through and supports us, man. Yo, shout out to Ced the Gamer. He came through as well. Shout out to him, man. Make sure you guys check out his channel. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Infamous. Shout out to Wolfflow Day 1. Shout out to EJ Day 1. Shout out to Support Gaming. Who else came through, man? Shout out to Envy. Appreciate you coming through. Who else came through? Shout out to Bari. Shout out to Chuck came through. And anybody else that came through. Shout out to Lucas. And shout out
Lucas
to
already.
I did. So shout out to him
Yeah.
again. And shout out to anybody else that comes through and just supports the podcast or supports any of the panel individually, man. We definitely do appreciate you guys. We definitely appreciate our lurkers because I know we have a lot of people that just lurk and just listen. You guys are appreciated. You guys are never forgotten. Trust and believe. Your support is always appreciated. And to anybody else that may watch this later on the upload, we appreciate you guys as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, man. It's been another Saturday morning. You guys all have started your mornings off right. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please be safe. Please have fun in whatever you're doing. And we catch you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew. Peace, peace, peace.